Ready, yeah. Oh, locked in, they don't wanna let me get out. I'ma put you on a bitch, you gotta sit out. Hit the street and had a block going crazy. Mama say I'm playing with my life and can't nobody save me up. I got steeds, they can't mess with my technique. Yeah, I'm a OG boy, don't disrespect me. Yeah, roll with me, I had your whole gang quarantine. Get the mobs to leave your block spotless like I'm Mr. Clean. Ooh. Back in 2010, I had a plan. Now 2021, they run the bands. Living in the future, I'm advanced. And when I get back outside, I make sure they understand I'm the man. Yeah, I'm the man. That's right. I make sure they understand that I'm the man. Yeah. If you ain't talking about no bands, that's a language I don't understand. I'm the man. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Chance and now you lost. Hey, that's expensive, what it cost? I don't look, I just floss. I be dripping like I'm Voss. Hit the mall and bought it all. All my diamonds clear, blue diamonds is flawless. I could be a designer, you can shop up in my closet. Yeah, all my pieces custom, you can't go find it at Target. On the crib with my wallet, and I ain't even pay a deposit. Yeah, what now? We pull up with no sticks. Bust down, oh, thought he really thick. Me and her not the same, she do splits. I need 100%, cause I got commas on my ring. Yeah, commas. Back in 2010, I had a plan. Now 2021, they bring them bands. I've been living in the future, I'm advanced. And when I get back outside, I make sure they understand I'm the man. Yeah, that's right. I make sure they understand that I'm the man. Yeah. If you ain't talking about no bands, that's a language I don't understand. I'm the man. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Gang. I'm the man. Yeah, I'm the man. I'm the man.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked, and rolled right into it. But we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Goodars & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Goodars & Young.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in Full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact a customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We are conveniently located on Highway 271 and Redbud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all of the teachers, administration, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We would also like to wish all of the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve, with the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzy and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Paris, Texas, where your Gilmer Buckeyes get ready to face off in this homecoming contest for the Paris Wildcats against this Division I 4A school. The Buckeyes continuing this season to punch above their weight class in Division I for 4A. Of course, the Buckeyes started the season off against the number 1 ranked Chapel Hill Bulldogs. They faced off against the Kilgore Bulldogs last week. We'll talk a little bit about the debacle of not having any connection. Hopefully tonight we are much, much clearer, and this is a beautiful stadium with a absolutely high-speed connection, and we shouldn't have any problems here tonight. So we thank everybody out there for being patient with us last week. We thank everybody that gave us the ability to get something out there. It was quite a contest, exciting, and the Buckeyes fell 1 point short on a last-second field goal with lots of drama from not only the 11 Kilgore players, but the 5 that were wearing the striped shirts. We won't go too far into that, but needless to say, I think the Buckeyes probably have the best 0-2 winless team in the state so far this year, and tonight they square off against the Paris Wildcats. So we are looking forward to this contest tonight. Lots of exciting things happened last week, but I'm joined by the voice of the Buckeyes, Mr. Jeff Rash. Jeff, what is your thought process in terms of coming into tonight's game at 0-2, and what do we really want to accomplish here tonight? Because I made the comment to Alan at the Wednesday lunch, and he agreed with me that I really think that over the last 3 years from his head coaching term here with the Buckeyes, this is the best team after 2 weeks that we've had so far. You see some young sophomores and really key players like Brendan Webb step up last week. I just think this team is in a really good place. You look at 0-2 record and you say absolutely, and Coach Metzel reminded us these games matter. They matter, but they just don't mean much. And I think at this point in time, 2 weeks in, this may be the best Buckeye team that we've seen from Coach Metzel and this staff so far this year.
Yeah, and there's people that maybe would disagree with that point. I happen to agree with you. I think this is a very good football team. I don't look at the record at all. We played 2 fantastic football teams. We're equal to them. And you got to remember, when you're playing Division I, you hear us say that, and some people don't know what that means. What that means is they have way more kids in their school than we have. They're big school, we're small school. So when you say 4A, there are 2 divisions. There's big school, which means 1,000 or more, something like that, and then there's under 1,000 or something like that. And so we're like 750 kids. We're a small 4A Division II school.
Yeah, and we're punching above our weight class.
And we're playing schools with 400, 500, 600 kids more to choose from, which means you're naturally going to have more athletes to choose from and whatnot. So, yes, we played 2 great football teams. I wouldn't be surprised if both of them go deep in the playoffs. And last week we said it, Harlan, the sports guy, and Penske and Bob both, I heard them on the way to the game. They said one of these teams are going to go out of there tonight 0-2 and can still go win state. And that's 100% correct. I think the Buckeyes obviously should have won the game last night. Last Friday. Kudos to Kilgore for fighting those guys, what a great fight they put up. It was one of the best football games I've ever watched, first of all.
It literally come down to the last field goal.
My hat's off to Kilgore. They played a great game. But, I'm going to maintain it was a fumble and we should have won the game. But we didn't get the fumble call. So we forget that game. We go on to the next one. So 0-2 means nothing to me this year. I'm not a bit discouraged. This game, and keep in mind tonight, you're going to play Paris. Paris is a big school with lots of talent.
Loaded.
Next week we're going to play a division. Actually, we're playing Walnut Grove next week.
Private school, right? Next week.
And those guys are they're so big that they're going to be a 5A school next year. I mean, they're already that big. This is their first year, so they're kind of in our division. So it's crazy the amount of talent and the size of the school. But the good news, if you're a Buckeye fan, Todd, is the fact that we are playing and punching above our weight class, as you said. Because guess what happens when we roll into district? You're way better prepared.
And that is, I think, the most exciting thing for Buckeye fans. If you're really watching football and you really understand what happened last week, first and foremost, you played without the most talented player on your team, and that's Tarek Tate, number 3. The guy has as much talent as a Chris Boyd or a Curtis Brown. He's just that athletic. He's got Sundays potentially in his future, and there are all kinds of Division I schools recruiting him. He ran on both relay teams at one state. He is an absolute stud athlete, and he didn't play. Well, what happens? Well, Brennan Webb, the junior, steps up and absolutely has a coming out party last
he had
week.
just an incredible game.
And I mean, when that discovery right there, along with the adjustments that Coach Tommy Edwards, the defensive coordinator, and his staff made after the Chapel Hill game, bringing middle linebacker Aaron Bell down into a 5 technique, going to a 4-man front, or what we call an even front in football, which means you got 2 tackles and 2 defensive ends, and bringing some younger linebackers in. Like, for example, we didn't see a lot of Alex Sims at running back last week because he's playing linebacker the whole time. Mm-hmm. And you saw that defense go from dark to daylight in terms of the improvement that they made. They made adjustments. That's what great coaches do. That's what great teams do. And the Black Flag really found themselves. But when you are taking sophomores, when you're taking Tyler Lee, when you're taking the Brennan Webb that is really coming into his junior year, and they make steps like that, and your best players didn't even play, man, it just arms you from when week 10, 11, and 12 come along, and those guys aren't sophomores anymore. And those juniors now, you think about it, Brennan Webb has played varsity now for a full year, but Brennan's going to be almost 20 games into his high school career before the playoffs start his junior year. And when you look at number 1 and number 3 and number 7 and number 11 and those guys that literally are going to have 30-plus varsity games under their belt, now you're really seasoned when the games start mattering. And I'm not saying that winning matters to Coach Metzel in this group. Trust me, nobody was more frustrated and just sick to their stomach than those guys thinking they were 0-2. But I made the comment, Jeff, we played Chapel Hill last year. They turned the ball over 8 times. 8. And it was a 4-point game with 7 minutes left in the game. I mean, that was a really good team that we beat the last year. And now these guys that were all sophomores are now juniors, and you saw 10 Division I athletes in Chapel Hill, 2 of them committed to SMU, and it's a 32-31 game at halftime. I mean, we are absolutely in that game. So if you are out there thinking, oh, the Buckeyes 0-2, what's different? Actually, I'd make the argument they're better. They're better than they ever have been.
I don't know about better. I don't know if I'll go along with better than ever have been, but I will go along with maybe potentially as good.
Well, at this point in the season.
Oh, early in the season? Yeah.
At this point in the season.
They've been playing mistake-free football. Well, that's how I judge. Yeah. That's how I judge the first few games of the year.
Let me ask you this question, and Buckeye fans, how many times have you heard us say over the past 4 or 5 years, and I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody, but early on in the season, this is a complicated offense for a bunch of guys on the offensive line to get together and play mistake-free football. And that's exactly what we've seen the last 2 weeks. I mean, we don't really have any penalties. They're moving guys around. We've got a running game that is just stellar with, of course, number 1, the speedster Will Henderson, and then Alex Sims, and you've got 24 Deuce. I'm going to start calling him Deuce from a Cowboys standpoint.
His mom's not going to like it.
His mom may not like it, but let me tell you, he's got that kind of talent, low center of gravity, and of course, we're really talking about number 24 for the Buckeyes. And that is Octavian Ector, and say that 5 times fast, but he is a spark plug when he comes in. And now last week, all of a sudden, you've got these guys that have stepped up when you don't have Tarek in the game. We're yet to see how things roll out tonight and whether Tarek's going to play. It really doesn't matter whether he plays or not. We know what kind of player he is. And again, these are games that mean something in terms of the wins or losses. They just don't matter. At the end of the game, the Gilmer Buckeyes could go 0-5 to start the season, and it's 0-0 when district starts against Pleasant Grove, and that's when the games really matter.
Yeah, and that's what this is all about. Again, you said it best. We're punching above our weight class and playing these big schools, talented schools, and by the way, we beat Division I schools all the time. I mean, we've been doing that for years. It's not, nothing new to play Division I schools. But this year, the Division I schools that we've played are like ranked in the top 1, 2, 3. I mean, they're not only Division I schools; they're Division I schools that are ranked.
In November.
Absolutely, they're ranked high in the state. So we have been playing some talented large football teams, and could have won last week. Should have won last year. We denied the victory, in my opinion. The week prior, probably not. We were outgunned on that one. They got 10 guys on Chapel Hill that are,
D1 guys.
D1 commits. I mean, so they're loaded. If they don't win state, I don't even know what to say.
I want to see who beats them.
I do too. They will have to give it away not to win state. That's a great football team loaded with just great athletes. So yeah, 0-2, it means nothing. It doesn't start counting until we get to game 5 or game 6.
Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove.
And as we talked about on the long drive up here, Jeff, here's the crazy part about Division II. So last year we beat Pleasant Grove for the second straight year to win our second straight district championship. And our prize for that is we get to face the Carthage Bulldogs the week before Pleasant Grove, who's the second place team, faces the Carthage Bulldogs. So there are some really crazy things. Carthage obviously played Kilgore the week before we did in week 1. They only won by 3 points. I think I've watched the film. I think we match up very, very well with all the Division II schools this year, including Carthage. But I do think the exciting part is that even here in week 3, and we're going to see here tonight against an unbelievably loaded Paris Wildcats team. We'll talk about that here in just a second. But we've gotten light years better each week so far, from 0 week to 1 week to now week 2.
Paris decline, we're receiving.
Yeah, so we are going to receive the kick, and Paris won the toss and they deferred to the second half. But Jeff, our upside with all these young sophomores that are just now starting to get into it and get snaps, I cannot wait to see what this team looks like in week 11, week 12. And then
I was talking to Tommy Edwards today. I was like, man, you got a big front up on that defensive line. And he said, and we're going to for the next several years. What's coming up behind them, they're giants. So, you're going to have some size. And that's something we really haven't always had on the defensive side of the ball.
We're going to take a quick break.
We got some good size. We'll take a break and for the national anthem, and we'll be right back after this.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Goddard & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Goddard & Young.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact a customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
And as the Buckeyes get ready to take the field tonight, we are here in Paris, Texas. And Jeff, we have not yet talked about the Paris Wildcats, who absolutely put a thumping last week against Gilmer's district foe, Liberty Islo Leopards. And Paris is Paris. They've got athletes all over the place. They've got size all over the place. But really, look out for number 5, DeQuarian Douglas. He is absolutely Division I. He is an absolute stud. He plays free safety. And you will also see him as a receiver. Their quarterback is the coach's son, number 22. That's Trevin Hohenberger. And they will run a multiple group of sets, a lot of exotic defenses that they have. Their defensive coordinator was the defensive coordinator that actually coached your son-in-law at East Texas Baptist University. So we will be interested to see what the Paris Wildcats, as they've circled the Buckeye game, obviously from last year as well. And we'll see what they got as we have the kickoff here tonight.
All right, high pooch kick fielded on the 19-yard line by Webb. Webb cutting back up the middle, found a lane, had one guy to beat, couldn't get away from it, but he does get a return out to the 29-yard line. So Gilmer taking over on decent field position, 1st and 10 from their own 29.
Yeah, Brennan obviously, you can just see his confidence. As Coach Metzel said, he was just a late bloomer, but, when you look at his brothers and you look at the gene pool, you go, he's coming. And he arrived last week in a big way with the best game he's ever had, wearing orange and black against the Kilgore Bulldogs. We'll see if he does it here again tonight.
All right, 2 receivers wide to the right, fakes the handoff to Henderson, tries to pop a little inside route to number 7, Webb, and that just kind of hits him in the helmet, bounces up dangerously, and luckily falls to the turf. That's going to be an incomplete pass, 2nd down.
And that's when Brennan wishes he had back, maybe trying to run a little bit before he caught the ball. He did have some space. But interesting with the front here, they're just daring the Buckeyes to throw.
Here's the snap. Handoff to Henderson, right side. Henderson's got a little gap, cuts up in it, picks up about 6 good yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, nice play there on 2nd down, Jeff. Getting a nice positive 6 yards. Behind that offensive line in the running game, the Buckeyes go tight here. Let's see if they run it again.
All right, here's the snap. Henderson up the middle, following his blockers. Got the 1st down, plus about 3. And so that's going to move the chains for the Buckeyes. Henderson running strong so far tonight.
Yeah, that's a real luxury behind that offensive line. We've bragged on them all year. They've done a great job.
Those guys are doing a great job. If you can control the line of scrimmage, you can win ball games, and these guys are helping us do it. Here comes the snap in the shotgun. Henderson goes in motion out of the backfield. Looking to pass downfield. Webb's wide open. Gets hit immediately, but big catch there, about 18 yards on the reception.
Yeah, Caden threw it a little bit behind him, and that was a good thing because the safety, number 2, Washington, has come over with a big hit, and he threw him open to the spot. Brennan did a great job adjusting that ball. 1st down, Buckeyes well into Wildcat territory.
All right, here's the snap. Rolling to his right side, Tennyson. He's going to throw this one away wisely as number 13 was the receiver he was hoping for down there, Jeremiah Noble. He was just covered up, so Caden did a good job of just throwing that away, and that shows maturity in that position.
Yeah, Noble and Webb, the 2 juniors, how they've come on just last week against Kilgore, and it looks like we're going to be out Tarek Tate tonight. He's not playing again, so good opportunity for these younger guys to step up and really gel.
All right, 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Henderson's in the backfield. Motion. Ector. Quarterback keeper, Caden Tennyson, left side, breaking tackles. Gets the 1st down, runs out of bounds.
Yeah, we've seen some spectacular runs from Caden Tennyson to score touchdowns really with, can't tackle him in a phone booth. Those 2 that he scored the last 2 weeks have really been impressive, and he keeps that one for about a 13-yard gain. Gets it all the way down to the 25-yard line, and the Buckeyes are rolling right now, Jeff.
Yeah, Buckeyes got good momentum on their side offensively. Here's the snap. Handoff to Henderson. Henderson bounces out left side. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the carry. Buckeyes steadily moving downfield. Ball's going to be spotted on about the 20-yard line?
Yeah, that is really good vision by the Tomahawk there, as he's got a guy right in front of him, but he just has that little jump cut and bounces to the outside, and good luck catching him once he gets loose.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Henderson in the backfield. Quick pass. Dodd to the left side. Todd is getting upfield quick, gets down to the 10-yard line. That'll be another first down. It is now first and goal, I think.
I think you're right, Jeff. Maybe we can get, I think it's first and goal just inside the 10. We're going to have to earn this one.
All right, here's handoff up the middle. Henderson, not much there. Henderson refuses to go down. Finally brought down. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard on the carry. I think they're going to spot it there, 2nd and 9, or 2nd and goal from the 9.
Yeah, boy, Caden had it wide open. He realized as soon as he hit that as a zone read into Will's belly that that defensive end crashed down and grabbed a hold of Will, and Caden was kind of roaming outside by himself. I think that's one that he'll note to himself for later on.
All right, Henderson's still in the backfield. Hand off to Henderson. Nope, fakes it. Pass complete to Webb. He's running to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Did I see a flag down? No, that's to Bell, Jeff.
There is a flag. Was that Bell on the reception?
That is illegal
There
procedure.
is a flag, and that's going to bring that back. That's a shame. Big Bell, number 0.
Yeah, Coach Metzel is talking to the side judge down there. After the same refereeing crew, by the way, for the first 2 weeks. No comment. We get the Commerce chapter this week. So we have a flag down against the Buckeyes. It's going to bring them back to 2nd down and goal from now the 15-yard line. No, I'm sorry. They call that a hold. So that's going to be 2nd and goal from the 20, Jeff. That is, let's just say it's giving them, the Buckeyes, plenty of room to operate down here in the red zone. But they've got 2 good downs, maybe 3 to score. No, they're bringing that one back to the 15. Yeah, so.
Yeah, they stepped off 10. They're like, nope, it was illegal procedure evidently. Nope, now they're moving it back again.
Let me tell you something, Jeff.
Have you ever seen? Have you ever played that game? Have you ever played that game, musical chairs?
Yeah, that's musical penalty right there.
Put your left foot in. Put your left. 2 receivers wide, right, 1 left. Dropping back to pass. Caden Tennyson. They set up a beautiful screen, and defensively they do a great job of getting in there and hitting Henderson right off the bat. Somebody missed a block, and the defender read it. Did a great job, but. Big gain there for the Buckeyes. They got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from the
10-yard line.
The 10.
And now let's see what's in the playbook. That was to the boundary side, so that the short side of the field to set up that screen pass. But of course, they want to get that behind the left side of the line of scrimmage. Now we got twins out to the right and the wide side. So let's see if that wasn't a little setup there from Coach Metzel to open up this huge outside for these 2 split receivers.
All right, I think Gilmer's going to call it. Nope, that was a timeout on Gilmer. Buckeyes timeout.
So we take our first timeout. Jeff, there is 8 minutes, 28 seconds left in the first quarter. The Buckeyes have driven the length of the field. It'll be a big 3rd down and goal when we come back right after these messages.
Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We are conveniently located on Highway 271 and Redbud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all of the teachers, administration, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We would also like to wish all of the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon. All right, we're back to the action here in Paris, Texas. Buckeyes looking at 3rd and goal from the 10. Dropping back, looking to pass. Got a man in the corner.
Touchdown,
and
Buckeyes.
That is have they signaled yet?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
What a dime. I think that is to number 7. That is Brandon Webb catching his first touchdown pass, and that's exactly what we talked about, Jeff. That is a big-time catch and getting his foot down, and a big-time throw by Caden Tennyson, who just drops that over the cornerback into that sideline route, and Brennan comes down with a huge catch. Touchdown Buckeyes, leading 6-0 with the extra point left to come.
All right, Braden Pate in the kick. Here comes the snap, the hold. The kick is up, and certainly it is good. So, 8:21 left to play in the first quarter. Gilmer goes up on top 7-0. We'll be right back.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
All right, folks, we are back in Paris, Texas, and guess what, Buckeye fans? Gilmer's on the board first, 7-0 with 8:21 left to play, and here comes the ensuing kickoff. What did you like about that, Todd?
Well, first of all, poise. I mean, just after Kilgore, I kind of wondered, what are we going to look like? It is a long trip up here. The boys left at 3:30 this afternoon. I think maybe the dude that gave the devotional tonight kind of maybe locked him in a little bit. I'm not sure who that guy was, Jeff Rash.
I'm sure it was not that.
No, I know Coach Metzel appreciates you doing that, Jeff, and stepping in. But just control and poise and taking the opening kickoff, going right down the field and going to score. And once again, Brendan Webb coming up big. I mean, I don't know you can have a better start.
All right, Braden Pate set to kick off for the Buckeyes, doing a good job with kicking duties. High pooch kick to the left side, right by the sideline on the 21-yard line. Buckeyes pursuing quickly, and they drop him on the 25. Not a great job there on the kickoff team. We had some holes last week we needed to fill, and they looked like they did a really good job there of maintaining gap integrity.
Absolutely, and I mean that is exactly how you draw it up from a coverage standpoint. That has not been the case, all year, because you're kicking it to some guys that are absolutely dangerous back there the last two games. Not that Paris is not, but that is as good a coverage as we've seen from these Buckeyes. 1st and 10 Paris now from the 25-yard line, and they will come out with the coach's son at quarterback, and this is pretty much a running top offense, Jeff.
All right, here's the snap. Quarterback keeper right from the start, and he just gets pulverized instantly.
Yeah, the Buckeyes watched some film.
Yeah, they did, and not the best play to open your series with. Quarterback turned around, and, they were all over him. He got about a yard as he fell forward, but you got two coaches' sons on this Paris team that'll be playing tonight.
Yeah, that's Trevin. He's the quarterback. He's the older son, and they will switch quarterbacks, but he is the running quarterback.
All right, handoff. Around the left side, number 5, and you can see how fast. No, it was 20. What was that? Number 2.
Number 2.
The jet coming around
That is Washington.
The side. Washington can move, but you want to watch 5 tonight. 5 plays, I think, wide out mostly. Something does drop in the backfield some.
He's scary.
All right, here comes the snap. Paris decides to call an audible. They're getting a little sneak peek at the defense.
Huge third down play right here, by the way, Jeff. If the Buckeyes can get off the field, they are going to
all right, quarterback keeper around the right side. And look at him get upfield. Got behind some good blockers and was able to pick up the first down plus about 4 or 5 yards to boot. So that's 1st and 10 for Paris from the 41.
Yeah, that's that option play that's their bread and butter. And once again, Trevin there, their quarterback, just keeping it and keeping the hole, and he will do that all night long. 3
receivers stacked out on the short side of the field. Quick pass. Buckeyes getting upfield, trying to get a hold of it. I think that's going to be worth about 4, maybe 5 yards. They're going to give them 3, maybe 4. 2nd and 7, we'll call it.
Pushed him out of bounds. That is number 5, Jeff, that they got the ball in the hands of Douglas.
Well, he's coming out over here wide. If you look at the bottom of your screen, Bird's going to be carrying him, covering him, and look for them to put the ball in the air to him frequently tonight, maybe right now, in fact, with 2nd and long. Quarterback keeper again, right side, finds room, gets upfield, gets the first down before being shoved out of bounds. He got across midfield out to the Buckeye 42.
Yeah, and he just gets the edge. He is a good athlete and is going to keep his feet, but you got to get to him before he gets going. This running game is as long as you see 22 back there, he's not going to throw the ball down the field, Jeff. He's going to use his legs, but he is a tough runner. He's tough inside. You just got to get to him and hang on.
4 receivers to the left. Quick pass, number 6 out there to this side, and he's good for about 2 yards on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the 40, the Buckeye 40.
Really good pursuit there by number 9 for the Buckeyes.
Sims.
That's Sims. That he gets out there quickly, and that is good pursuit. And you see that's the difference between having a 4-man front. When there's nobody on those linebackers, they can read and react and really get to the ball quick, use their team speed. That's really the advantage that the Buckeyes have this year is team speed.
2 backs in the backfield. Quick pass, number 5. Gets out to the outside. Drug down by number 4, Bird. Does pick up some good yards, though. We got some good momentum here on this Paris team. They're close to a first down marker.
Yeah, that's Douglas. He is so dangerous. They get the ball in his hand. That is going to move the chains for a first down. And as the Buckeyes have done really for the last 2 years, Jeff, the closer they get to the goal line, the more they kind of bow their neck. And Paris really doing a good job answering the opening drive from the Buckeyes, which marched right down the field. That's exactly what's happened tonight so far in the first drive for the Paris Wildcats. They've gotten behind this quarterback and the coach's son, and they've just gone right down the field. No mistakes is what you noticed.
Top package. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right side. Heavy pressure, drops the ball, and Buckeyes look like they have it, but I don't know.
I
think it may have bounced back out. Offense picked it up, didn't it?
Well, the Buckeyes didn't even realize that he had dropped the ball. There's 3 Buckeyes around the ball, and Trevin, the quarterback, just dropped that one. Sims is in hot pursuit. Alex Sims is going to run him down from behind. And he just drops the ball, and Alec ran right by the ball. It just didn't even, he was so focused on tackling the quarterback. Nevertheless, it brings up second down and long, not the situation that this offense wants to be in, running the ball. Second down and 19 for Paris.
All right, motion, bad snap, broken play, scrambling, quarterback rolls to his left side, dumps a pass, falls incomplete. That was just a broken play all the way. I've got some friends of mine from California, the Lomelys, that want to know what it means when we say he got a hold of him. That's not a California word, and what that means when you hear a Texan say he got a hold of him, it means that he made contact.
He grabbed
him,
a hold of
him. Yes, but we say it short. We're very economical with our phrases.
And our state economy as well, and how we spend money. That's a separate conversation.
You just get on the 10 and then take it to the 30 and then leave me alone.
Big third down.
2 receivers, wide to the right, 2 to the left. This time they go with a 1-back set. Quarterback is in the shotgun. And again, he's going to have to take a timeout. They don't like their set, and they know this is crucial because this is 3rd and 17. While they're taking a break, we'll take a short break and be right back.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve. With the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small, from business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
And we're back to the action here, and let's shout out to a couple of folks. First, our sponsors who do such a great job for us. Thank you for being there for us once again this year. We appreciate you so much. And a couple of folks special listening. I want to say happy birthday tomorrow to Miss Dolly Robinson that's out there listening to us.
Oh, happy birthday, Dolly.
Happy birthday,
one of my
Dolly.
favorite humans.
Hello, Dolly.
Hello, Dolly. Everybody loves Dolly. You're questionable. Dolly's not. All right, number 6 goes in motion. Trevin, quick pass, open number 5 out here. Got room to run, and he comes upfield quickly and gets to the 26-yard line. Yeah, they're nice gain there. Not quite a first down, but nice gain.
Yeah, that's Douglas. They get it back to manageable. Here comes the triple option to the wide side, Jeff. This is what they run in their bread and butter. They've got trips over here to this side.
Quads.
Yeah, quads. I do think this is going to be a naked run back to the backside.
All right, that quick pass complete to number 6. Down the sideline he scampers. He's going to pick up a first down. And Paris.
Boy,
a lot of momentum. They're moving the ball down here.
That is so lucky, Jeff, because Alex Sims jumped that route and jumped right in front of the ball. It went just over his outstretched fingertips. Back to number 5 once again. They're getting the ball in the hands of Douglas. And the Paris Wildcats now have overcome a 4th down and gotten into the red zone, 1st and 10 from the Buckeye 17.
2 receivers split wide to the right, 2 to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Motion. Trevin keeps it, goes upfield, got a little hole, but gets closed down quick. Makes his way to about the 14 for a gain of 2.
Yeah, once again, Jeff, that's not what he's accustomed to seeing. But that's the adjustment that they've made. You don't run right at Aaron Bell when he's in a 5 technique. He defeats that block and stops that pretty cold. They got a great spot with 3 yards. I don't think he really made 2, but they spotted that from the far side and very generous on that
Trip
spot.
Receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Trevin drops back, looking to pass, finds room to run, comes around the left side, heading for the end zone, forced out of bounds around the 5. Nice run there. Trevin's showing he's got some legs.
He's a good athlete, Jeff, but he is running the ball. He is a ball runner. Sometimes it looks like that Newt Rockney offense. See if you see it here, where it's just a straight wing tee where they just snap the ball to the quarterback and they just block up front, and he goes and tries to find a hole. That is especially true when it is in close yardage situations. And they've got here first down and goal from the Buckeye 6. Now, Jeff, the Buckeyes had this same situation last week, and it came up with a fumble. Let's see what the black flag does here.
Well, they're very selfish when they get down here around the 5. Keep in mind, they go under center this time. Quick pitch, left side. Speedster gets in the end zone for the Paris touchdown.
Yeah, that one.
Well, they executed that extremely well.
That was very well executed. They blocked down. Their receivers blocked down the linebackers. They got a hold of Aaron Bell and just kind of stonewalled him with 2 men that were blocking him. And that's all that number 2 needed to get to the end zone. That's Washington, to your point, the speedster. So with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left, we are on serve as the Buckeyes drive the field and score, and then Paris drives the length of the field and scores. Extra point left to come.
All right, here's the snap, and it's a bad hold, and it bounces. They will not get the extra point. So with 4:14 left to play in the first quarter, Gilmer stays on top 7-6. We'll be right back.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
All right, we're back to the action here in Paris, Texas. And we have 4 minutes, 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Gilmer on top 7-6.
Jeff, that was a 4-minute, 14-second drive, 75 yards for 6 points for Paris. And again, they overcame a couple of real challenges that the Buckeyes posed to them. One's on 4th down. And they showed their propensity to get the ball out to their dangerous number 5. Like I say, he is really, as we talked to the former superintendent here in Paris, who really is a legend here that's called their games for 47 years, if you can imagine that.
44.
We've done it 22, and we think that we're doing something.
We're just whippersnappers.
I'm telling you. But he is said we go as number 5 goes. I mean, that was, and he's an old coach, and he knows what he's talking about. And we saw it right there in that first drive. Number 22, Trevin Hohenberger, is the coach's son, and he is kind of the trigger man. But that drive right there was bailed out by Douglas, number 5. And now we're going to see once again the Buckeye offense come back onto the field with 4:14 left. And once again, Jeff, we knew Paris was loaded, pretty equal in terms of the talent level that are on the field. But the Buckeyes executed very well. Have a 1-point lead here halfway through the first quarter. Let's see what we do on the second drive.
All right, here comes the kickoff. It is a long kick, going to go out of the back of the end zone. And so that's going to bring that back out to the 25 for the Buckeyes. They'll start over first until on the 25. We got a little light show going on to the east of us. For the last hour and a half, it's been lightning about 20, 25 miles, looks like, to the east, looking at the radar. And hopefully it'll just keep moving east and south. So we don't get another delay here. You remember last time we were here, we had a huge delay.
45 minutes. Yeah, and we're a long way from home. It was 3 in the morning by the time we got home last time. I hope we don't have that again.
All right, here's the Buckeyes' second offensive possession. 2 receivers wide right. They're going to pass to number 7, Webb, and he is immediately brought down at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go as that secondary comes up quickly. And that lightning seems to be getting a little bit more severe. I certainly hope that that's not going to
It may be, Jeff, that it's dark and we can see it now as the light show. But I think it's been, to your point, it's been doing that since about 20 minutes before kickoff. As long as it stays east of us, we'll be okay.
Yeah, hopefully so. Trip receivers right. Henderson goes in motion around the left side, gets the handoff, and they stuff him instantly for a loss of about 1 yard. So defensively, Paris stepping up so far in this series. They're going to say he was back on the line of scrimmage, which was pretty generous. 3rd and 10 for the Buckeyes. Going to have to go to the air with this one.
Yeah, number 24, the outside linebacker there, just sealed that off well.
Watch Jeremiah Nova, bottom of your screen down here, number 13. rolling out to his right side, dumps a short one to Dodd, and they hit him at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to hold him to a 1-yard gain. What a defensive stand by Paris.
Yeah,
Great job there defensively.
Brennan Webb just got caught in no man's land because he's got to have that trigger block from that screen that's coming all the way from the other side of the field. He is kind of the decoy target, but that ball got delivered outside of the linebacker instead of inside the linebacker. So Brennan Webb, who was outside the numbers, that play's designed to go outside, Jeff. So Brennan is inside already, and the defender is even inside of him. So basically, the play didn't develop completely to maturity, and only a 2-yard gain there. Not much that Brennan could do. He's probably going to get a penalty if he tries to go ahead and throw that block in the back.
Right, good snap to Braden Pate, who gets off a great punt with a huge roll. I think it rolled further than it went in the air, all the way down to the 30-yard line. So he successfully flips the field. But that was a heck of a stance considering the first offensive possession the Buckeyes had, which they easily marched down the field for the score. Paris Wildcats stepping up, doing a great job defensively there to hold them.
Yeah, a couple of things just didn't go quite right on the play execution. But to your point, give credit to the Paris Wildcats. You can't play defense against the Buckeyes much better than they did on that last series. And Buckeyes have their first punt of the night.
Trip receivers to the left side, handoff. And they instantly meet him, dropping for a loss. What a great job there. Bell, the first one there, I believe.
Yeah, from his 5 technique, Jeff, and that's, once again, the adjustment that the defensive staff and Tommy Edwards made. And Tommy is really a guru when it comes to defensive line. But bringing Aaron Bell from his linebacker spot into that 5 technique creates penetration. And you just saw it right there. I mean, Aaron doesn't just tackle him. He tackled him 2 yards deep in the end zone. And then this is now going to be a 2nd down and 13 for Paris.
All right, trip receivers to the left side, one to the right. Dropping back, looking to pass. He's going to be sacked. Loses his helmet and drugged down for a huge loss. There's a flag on the play.
Now that's got to be a flag against the offense, Jeff. They're saying face mask? Oh my gosh.
Well, is that what they're signaling?
They're signaling face mask, so that is going to be a bailout. That was going to be 3rd down and probably almost 20 yards, but they call a face mask. Hohenberger just dropped his head, and it was the back of the helmet that just kind of ripped off as the Buckeye lineman was tackling him. And instead of 3rd down and long, that is going to be a bailout play, automatic 15-yard first down. That is just a gut punch for the Buckeye defense as they have Paris exactly where they want them.
Yeah, had great penetration. I mean they read that all the way.
Blew that play completely up, in the play previous to that too. I mean, that is a complete bailout call. I mean, he lost his helmet for sure, but really that by rule, that is a play against the offense because you got to stop when you lose your helmet, and he did not stop.
1st and 10, here's the snap. Heavy pressure from Bell, dumps it out to number 5. He's got space. He's headed to the house. Can they catch him? One man to beat. He does. He'll take it all the way to the house. No! Number 22 somehow came out of nowhere. I mean, you talk about coming out of nowhere. That was Butler to stop him on the 5. I thought he was for sure in.
No, and you see where Hohenberger, pretty much the only pass that he can complete to number 5 is just a quick out. I mean, they just throw it to him right where he is. Alex Sims on the last drive on the big 3rd down play almost jumped the route. And in that case, Bird tried to jump the route. He got blocked, and as soon as number 5 gets in space, it's obvious what he can do. Like you said, we knew that coming in. He is dangerous, and he took a 65, 70-yard pass play there almost to the house, and very fortunate that the Buckeyes caught him at the 5.
All right, they're going to go under center once again, and they do another little pitch, this time to the right side, and look at the big fullback make his way into the end zone easily. And again, they're doing a great job down there inside the 5 with some great plays, great opening up holes for them. And so they get back on the scoreboard and go up for the first time in this game on top of the Buckeyes, 12-7. So we'll see if they can get this extra point.
Well, look who the holder is, number 5, Douglas. So look out on this play as they may try to get these 2 points back. It's 12-7 right now. They're only up 5, and I'm not sure this won't be a fake.
All right, they're going to hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So, 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter, and now Paris leads Gilmer 13-7. We'll be right back.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
We are back in Paris, Texas, where the Paris Wildcats just went up on top of the Buckeyes, 13-7. And again, this Paris team has done a great job. I believe they're undefeated for the season.
So far.
And again, Division I school, a little bigger school than Gilmer, a few more kids in attendance at this school. And so Buckeyes, again, for the third week in a row, punching above our weight class in Division I, whereas we play district in Division II.
Well, you know, Douglas, #5, is as advertised, Jeff. He's been probably 3/4 of their offense. We were told before the game started, as to #5 goes, so go the Wildcats. That has absolutely been proven true. But the Wildcats got bailed out on that last drive as the Buckeyes, after 2 straight negative plays, had them dead to rights at about 3rd down and 17 yards, and a face mask call bailed them out. And then that long play to Douglas set them up for a touchdown. Well, the Buckeyes will have their 3rd drive of the evening coming up. They 3-and-outed the last drive, Jeff.
Here comes the kickoff. And they are going to kick it deep once again to the back of the end zone. It goes. And that's going to bring it back out to the 25-yard line. And Buckeyes are going to give it another go. This will be the 3rd offensive series. And hopefully, Todd, it's going to look a little better than the last one.
Yeah, and so the Buckeyes on special teams, Atavian Hector was back deep with Webb, 2 of the most dangerous Buckeyes getting the ball in their hands. But they're set up to receive the ball about the 20, and they just kick it over their heads. Sets the Buckeyes up 1st and 10 from the 25. We got to execute on offense now and hold serve and stay in this game.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff. Turns around, quick pass, dropped. That was intended for number 13, Jeremiah Noble, and he just takes off running before he catches it.
Yeah, that hit him just square in the hands. I mean, that's a kind of an unforgivable drop on any receiver, and he had a lot of green grass in front of him, but you got to catch that football, and it brings the Buckeyes into 2nd and long. You don't get the feeling with this offense, Jeff, that 2nd and long is a catastrophic thing, but you got to keep the chains moving and stay ahead of them.
All right, from the shotgun, here's the snap. They hand off around the right side, number 24, Hector. Hector got room to run, gets the 1st down.
Yeah, he is so slippery when he gets outside. First of all, you got to find him. He's like Deuce McAllister for the Cowboys. Octavian is a talented runner, but he's maybe 5'5", 5'6", and he can scoot.
Holding.
And we've got a call against the Buckeyes. Oh, my gosh, you got to be kidding
let's see.
me.
What all have we had? We got a touchdown call back for a hold. We got a 1st down call back. And so far, what we were just talking in, pregame, how mistake-free football these guys have played the first couple of games. So we either have a picky ref crew or the Buckeyes been a little bit.
Yeah, that was another thing, Jeff. They marked that. They threw the flag from a spot on the 28-yard line, and now they're moving back again. The referee doesn't know where the spot is, and the head referee is correcting the umpire, saying no, it's 10 yards from the spot, not 10 yards from the snap. Oh my gosh, it drives me nuts.
This is like the 3rd game in a row we've had to deal with that.
Yeah, you would think that if you're wearing stripes, you'd know the rules, and in this case.
It's a tough job, man.
I appreciate the heck out of those guys, but you know what? They're
trip receivers to the left side, one to the right. Here's the snap. Dropping back, looking to pass. Dumps a screen pass, instantly sniffed out and broken up. Great defensive play there by Paris.
Yeah,
sniff that out. That's going to make the Buckeyes lose about 6.
That's number 17, Harper, and that's just not a really good sales job by number 11, Caden Tennyson there. As you know, it's a screen pass coming when he's dropping back like that, trying to suck those defensive linemen in. They find the nearest back and match up, and now the first quarter is over, and we're going to flip the field, 13-7 with a big 3rd down and 16 coming up for the Buckeyes. We'll be right back.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams, lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Back to Paris. We're starting the second quarter. Buckeyes trails 7-13, led by the Paris Wildcats. It is third and about 16. Ball's on about the 19, so Buckeyes in trouble unless they can get a first down here. Need some big yardage. They've got Webb across the middle, and look at this. The clutch guy from last week gets all the way out to the 40 for a Buckeye first down.
Huge, Jim.
Nice pass, by the way.
That is huge. And that's the arm strength of Caden Tennyson, where you don't get nervous on second and third and long. And the Buckeyes trying to take advantage of some momentum here, playing fast.
All right, handoff up the middle. And they're going to stop him. Look at this. Bounces out to the right side, but hits him again. And, boy, this Paris defense, I'll tell you what, these guys are quick and tough. We lost 5 yards on that one. Going to bring up 2nd and 15.
Yeah, that was a second effort that maybe shouldn't have been a second effort. Yeah. He gained no yards, and then he bounced out and gained -5 yards. As Hector will learn, he's very, very young. But if he's keeping his feet, he's thinking, hey, I got a chance here. But you bounce out to where instead of one guy tackling, he has 3 guys tackling to the outside. Brings up 2nd and long for the Buckeyes after converting that big 3rd down and 16 to keep a drive alive. And nothing to panic about here at 2nd and 14, but you got to have positive plays. Buckeyes taking their time now, not playing so quickly. And, well, we've got an official that's standing right in the middle of things, too.
Yeah, not sure what the delay is here, but that's okay. 2nd and 15 for the Buckeyes.
Maybe he needs a drink.
And you got Hector in the backfield now. Trip receivers left. Dropping back, looking to pass. Goes long, intercepted. That was just a great defensive play, and he is headed back and going to take it all the way to the house for a score. Pick 6.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Caden threw that to the wrong guy. That is a safety coverage that's back there. And number 1, who is a great athlete, that's Cooper. He is reading Caden's eyes, and truly he is the deepest man with a 3-deep safety look. That play works great against one safety look because you either pick the high or low. That concept is called high-low. And unfortunately, Caden, instead of throwing it to his underneath man, Jeremiah Noble, tried to throw it deep to Webb, and Cooper made a great play on the ball. Steps in front of that, intercepts it, and then he's just got the red carpet rolled out for him, returns that 60 or 55 yards for a touchdown. And that is a mistake the Buckeyes cannot afford to make. That's a kind of a self-inflicted wound. It's 19-7, but the good news is there's still 11 minutes to play. A lot of football here to play, Jeff.
All right, the extra point is good. And so now with 10:59 left to play after the pick 6, Wildcats lead Gilmer 20-7.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
So, Jeff, little character test here for the Buckeyes is this. Caden Tennyson has a pick 6, come back 55 yards. So when they're trying to answer, it goes 6 points the other way. With the extra point, makes it 20-7 Wildcats here on their homecoming night. Everything has gone exactly right for them so far. The Buckeyes bring their opening drive out, go down and take a 7-0 lead. But since then, it's kind of been just a little misfortune and a little bit of shooting yourself in the foot. That last interception was certainly that. As you said, Jeff, talking pregame, the defensive coordinator here was previously the defensive coordinator at the college level at East Texas Baptist. So if your fans that are watching that happen live out there and thinking, well, hey, Caden threw it right to number 1, there's 3 safeties back there and not 1. So normally what is happening is that, well, we got another penalty.
When did we get that one?
Yeah, I'm not sure they're spotting the ball. They're going to be kicking off instead of from their 40, they're kicking from our 45.
Yeah, that had to be some
kind of. There was a 15-yard. It had to be
unsportsmanlike
conduct, more than likely on us.
Let's see if they try to onside kick this and try to keep this momentum, as Paris having everything go right for them right now. Now kicking off from the Buckeyes 45. Short field is an understatement.
Yeah, so far tonight, Buckeyes unable to get the momentum in their favor, but we got a lot of game left to play, Tom Mulkey. 20-7 currently. And
they're going to onside kick this to this side, Jeff.
They should. I certainly would. And they do. It's an onside. And that ball's bouncing around. And Paris thinks they got it, but not sure. Don't see any flags for offsides or anything, and Buckeyes luckily have that ball.
Yeah, that's Jeremiah Noble that gets off the pile, but the Buckeyes truly were not really they were outmanned on that side of the ball. So that winds up being a dodge bullet, a really good return field position-wise for the Buckeyes, given where it could have been, because they could have pinned them deep if they wanted to. So Caden Tennyson and the Buckeyes now, after that pick 6 mistake, come back onto the field to try to regain some momentum. A long drive here. And maybe some good fortune along with some momentum would be great for the Buckeyes right now.
All right, 2 receivers wide to the right. Motion. Handoff to the motion guy. That was number 7, Webb. Comes around the left side. Not a lot of room to run. Picks up about, looks like 4 yards maybe. That's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Webb made a little something out of not much there, as that's coming around to the boundary side of the field, the short side of the field. And
Paris Wildcats just swarming to the ball tonight. Doing a great job getting penetration and swarming to the ball quickly. And played extremely well defensively here tonight. Bell, the slot man, goes in motion. Here's the snap. Dropping back, looking to pass. Goes long, down the sideline. When Jeremiah Noble just can't reel it in, he fumbles around with it, thought he might be able to pull it in, but that ball is going to fall incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, taking a shot with just a jump ball, man-to-man coverage on the short side of the field, Jeff, as you said, but number 13 is up to the task. You can't play that much better than he did. Jeremiah, quite frankly, became the defensive back on that play and broke that up and had help from the sideline. Otherwise, that's the 2nd straight interception in drives. Now it's 3rd down and 7. And the Buckeyes really need to find a way to convert this one right here. Look for number 7, Webb, here in the slot to the right-hand side.
All right, rolling to the right side, Tennyson looking for receivers. He's going to have to run it. He's cutting up field and gets real close. They're going to spot him just shy of the 1st down marker. That's going to be about 4th and 1. And you can they got a flag on the play, and you can tell, Todd, that we're really missing having number 3 on the field tonight.
Yeah, big time, and you always will, because he's going to be the best athlete on the field. But we got another penalty on the offensive line for the Buckeyes, which instead of 4th and 1 is going to bring them back. But I mean, it's so far there's not been a single penalty against Paris, not one. And I think that's the 5th penalty against the Buckeyes, which is going to back them up and make this 3rd down and 13 all over again. Now Paris may regret backing the Buckeyes up here, but when the penalty flags come in timely-wise like that, it certainly doesn't help momentum. So once again, the Buckeyes 3rd down and more than 10 yards behind the chains.
Yeah, it's 3rd down and 12, which is odd when it was 4th down and 1. I'm not sure how you do get an 11-yard penalty, but we'll take it. Two receivers right, 3 to the left, empty backfield. Here's the snap. Tennyson drops back, going long, airs one out to Jeremiah Noble, pass interference, and Buckeyes get a 1st down.
Yes, that is a great break. Great read as Caden, I don't think, meant to put that much air under the ball.
Yeah,
as Stump Godfrey would say, that's a 3 ball, which means you're going to try to over the top, drop it in the bucket. that may need to have been on a laser, because if Jeremiah gets that, he's only got one guy to beat. Fortunately for the Buckeyes, that's going to give them a 15-yard penalty out to about their 45-yard line and be an automatic first down.
That's a spot penalty. We all know that.
Joe Dodd said that's a spot
Yeah.
penalty. Well, the last 2
Last
weeks,
week's crew it was.
last 2 weeks it was a spot foul. But this group is going to just give us the 15 yards and automatic first down, and I'm happy to have it.
I will take it for sure, Jeff, as that is a bailout call there. And when you go deep, basically one of three things can happen. And even the third thing, which is an interception, is not necessarily that bad because it's basically like a punt. But in this case, the penalty worked out, got the first down for the Buckeyes, 1st and 10 from their own 45, drive stays alive.
Buckeyes are going strong side to the short side. Handoff, number 1, Will Henderson, and they force him out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. They are being really selfish on the run tonight. We haven't been able to get upfield. Keep in mind, Will Henderson, when you hear his name called, number 1, he is literally the 7th fastest person on the continent in his age group. So the 7th fastest high schooler in the continent.
And the other 6 are within hundredths of a second.
So So basically, you could call him right there. But when he can't find open field, they're doing a good job closing. Here's the snap. Dumps a quick pass intended for Will Henderson out of the backfield, and he drops that and takes a shot after the fact. So that's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Buckeyes. And again, this Paris defense, so far the strongest defense we've played this year.
And really schemed well against the Buckeyes. You notice there's 5 defensive backs out there. So that is essentially what's called a cover 3. You count the safeties here on the 45-yard line, 1, 2, 3. But those guys in running situations will crash the line of scrimmage and play downhill, so effectively they can become outside linebackers. So you think at the pre-snap you've only got 6 guys in the tackle box, when in all reality you got 8 guys in the tackle box. So very, very good scheme against this Buckeye offense, but a huge 3rd down once again, and 11 coming up. The Buckeyes need the 45-yard line of the Paris Wildcats and really need to keep this drive going to kind of climb back in this game, trailing 20-7 with 10-14 left in this first half. As you said, Jeff, lots of football left to play, but the Buckeyes really got to get some, create their own breaks here. They're gonna have to execute well coming out here on 3rd down. Hey, you think if we get 6 yards here, especially if we run the ball, Coach Metzel's thinking we're going for it on 4th down.
You got 10-14 left to play in the second quarter. Going in the air takes a little longer to play the game, and that's what we've been forced to do here. Will Henderson goes out of the backfield in motion. They're going to dump it to Will Henderson, and he is cutting up field. Look at this, picks up the first down, and that is just a good job of willing himself. Yeah,
that is just called.
He shouldn't have been able to do that, but somehow he did.
I'm just faster than you, and I'm going to get out here to the sideline, and by the time you think you're going to even push me out, I'm gone.
Yeah.
You got to kid me. We got another penalty. You got to be kidding me. Illegal procedure now against the Buckeyes. So once again on 3rd down.
So every big play we've had a penalty. Yeah.
Every single one. And something tells me there's a pattern because, again, aside from the pass interference, the calls now are 8-1.
Yeah. But we're going to give grace, and we're going to say, okay, it was meant to be.
Just 60.
Oh, this is another, it must be another holding. Because that's a 10-yard variety.
Actually, it's 11-yard variety again.
Well, we've been doing 11-yarders tonight. So now we're looking at 3rd and Oklahoma. It literally is 3rd and about 21, 22. 3rd and 22 for the Buckeyes. And we just cannot catch a break tonight. And so here we go. One receiver wide to the right, one to the left. Will Henderson's back deep. I would think they would send him in motion. They're going to hand off to Henderson around the right side. Henderson gets outside, gets down the sideline, and look at this. Almost picks up another first down. He gets just shy of the marker. I think he's about 4 yards shy, so big run there by Henderson.
Yeah, we will go for this here. Coach Metzel is not going to give the Paris Wildcats the ball back. That's going to be 4th down and 4 inside of Wildcat territory now. And really what you see, Jeff, is that if you run the ball there on 3rd down, you're going to go for it on 4th down. That's the purpose, is to get it within striking distance. That's exactly what's happened. 4th down and 4, huge down here for the Buckeyes.
All right, 2 receivers wide to the left. Henderson's in the backfield. Caden Tennyson in the shotgun. And
Once again, Jeff, count the safeties.
Yeah.
And
all right, Gilmer had to take a timeout here. They didn't like something they saw.
They count the
They
safeties.
came up and they said, okay, they went cover 3. So they're going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, we are back here in Paris, Texas. 9:35 left to play in the first quarter. Gilmer trails Paris 20-7.
Now this is the old Gary Patterson defense, 3 safeties across the back, Jeff, and what they do is 2 safeties are going to come up and essentially play linebacker. So you count the number of guys in the box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with 5 DBs back there, and so they leave it to the quarterback to figure this out. This, I think, is more of a run-pass option to the wide side of the field to try to pick up this 4 yards.
2 receivers to the left. Will Henderson gets the ball, comes around the left side, picks up the first down, and another flag on the play. Man, I wish they just let them play the game, but I'm going to be positive and give grace. Maybe, who knows, this might even be against the defense.
No,
but
it is not. That is against Jeremiah Noble, and they threw the flag right at him. And once again, the Buckeyes cannot play against 15 people. That is the 7th penalty now. Is that correct, Joe Dodd?
Yes.
The 7th penalty for how many yards?
Over 60.
Well, they just happened to come at the exact wrong time. I mean, when something.
I wonder if that's an accident.
I don't,
seven penalties.
I'm going to say so.
Most of them on 3rd downs, which takes a big 4th down and a 1st down and backs them up from a spot foul standpoint. And quite frankly, Jeff, this is going to be 4th down and 4 all over again.
That's another hold. You know, a lot of different officiating crews, like the one we've had the last 2 weeks, they didn't call illegal procedure. They didn't call holding on anybody. And so different crews watch for different things. I'm convinced of that after watching this many years of football. And this particular crew, I mean, if you get a hand inside or on a jersey, they're going to call it. So
yeah, this is going to be the same play, the opposite direction now to the field side. This is the exact same play with Will Henderson around the right side.
All right, Henderson around the right side. There is not a lot there. Will he get there? Yes, he does. And down the sideline he goes. He's going to take it. No. Why did he pull up? He had a safety with an angle on him.
I think he stepped out of bounds, or he thought he stepped out of bounds.
He must have thought because he pulled up. I mean, he would have smoked that kid.
See, and they're saying move the chains. Yeah, but they're saying he stepped out of bounds.
Okay.
So he heard a whistle.
Yeah, he must. I was fixing to say what. I was looking for him to turn on the jets, and he pulled up, and I'm like, what's he doing? But it's a 1st down.
Well, and statement sent to those 3 safeties back there that I don't care if you already got a jump on number 1, you ain't gonna catch it. He is. That G on the helmet stands for gone when number 1 gets the ball.
Yeah, it does. It stands for go. Look at here. We got Sims back in the backfield. They're going to hand off to Sims, and he goes up the middle, fighting forward. We saw him in the first game against Chapel Hill do an outstanding job, and here he picks up a good 5 yards.
I will take it every play.
Every play. And Sims got those strong legs, runs a lot like Ashton, we said, from last year.
Well, when your granddad has got a Heisman Trophy, then you probably have been raised that way.
And
Hector now in the backfield.
Hector's in the backfield. And Hector's got some wheels. Number 24. I like to watch him run. He's explosive. Here's the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and Tennyson lowers his head, but goes down pretty quick.
Yeah, he ran right into the defensive end, and instead I thought he was going to bounce out there. Maybe Caden thought that the guy was going to give him a seam to the inside, but he picked up maybe 2 yards, brings up 35.
No, he got back basically maybe a yard at best.
So, Jeff, that is going to be definitely 4-down territory now as well.
Sure.
And 8:16 left to play in this first half. Critical drive here for the Buckeyes to really stay in the game. Really kind of taking the ball away, and this has been a long drive so far from a time of possession standpoint. You got to keep the chains moving on 3rd down.
1 receiver wide to the left, 1 to the right. Hector switches sides. Motion. Quarterback keeper, look at this. Tennyson lowers his head like a like a fullback and bulls his way forward down to the 25-yard line, the 24 actually, and that'll be a big first down. Nice run there by Caden.
Yeah, nice.
And we got to have
run.
that. We've got to have Caden be a weapon.
You have
and,
to.
And he can run the ball. He's quite capable of running the ball well and doing a good job so far here tonight.
Moves the chains close to the red zone. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the Paris 24.
Bird wide out to the left. Webb wide to the right. There's the snap. Number 1, Henderson on the handoff. Got a little gap. Makes his way forward. Fights past the 15 to the 14. And Buckeyes are just battling down there. I mean, it is an absolute fight down in there in the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
The trenches are just a nightmare.
They are some big boys down there on the defensive front. And again, those exotic fronts that they try to get all of their athletes back about 10 yards. And you got to remember, Jeff, in every coverage, there's 2 safeties. There's 5 guys back there, but 2 of them are playing safety. The other 3 are playing outside linebacker coming downhill. They're trying to guess which ones they are.
All right, 2nd and 1. They hand off again to Henderson. No, that's Sims, but he falls forward. Looks like he may have got the first down.
That's all that matters, Jeff. Keep the chains moving down to the 14. 1st and 10 Buckeyes. Every single play now we look to the, especially on a first down, you look down there and try to find the flag. So no flag, gratefully on that play. Sims picks up the first down, and the Buckeyes can get to the Paris 4 and pick up another first down. I just assume they go ahead and score right here. 6:37 left in the first half. Buckeyes driving, trailing 20-7.
All right, from the shotgun, Tennyson looking around, bringing his receiver inside. That was Hector. And finds a gap, gets up inside to the 10. So that's going to be a gain of about 3 on the quarterback keeper, bring up 2nd and 7.
Nice play. Tennyson's eyes said bounce outside, but again, the guy that is coming up from the secondary that play the outside linebacker is already outside of him, so stops him for an immediate loss. And this is a college concept defense that is made to play in the Big 12, so to speak, against the spread offense. So very well schemed up by the Paris Wildcats, but the Buckeye offense figuring out how to keep it on the ground and really try to establish some momentum here on this drive.
All right, handoff, number 9, Sims, lowers his head, not a lot there. He may get a yard with his forward progress. They do a great job of crashing.
Brings up 3rd down and 5 now from the 8-yard line. The Buckeyes can get a first down at about the 3. And once again, Jeff, the Buckeyes are very content to block those guys up and take their little, 2, 3, 4, 5 yards on the run and leave those 3 safeties back there. That defense has stayed deep trying to prevent the pass. And in this case, as long as you see the Buckeyes moving the chains and moving forward in the running game, they're content to keep it on the ground. Right now, there is 7 guys in the tackle box. Let's see what happens around the right side. That is where it's open right now. And here it is.
Handoff right side. Henderson cuts up field. Look at this, fighting his way forward.
Touchdown Buckeyes.
Touchdown Buckeyes. Nice job there by Henderson, just refusing to go down.
So, Jeff, what you see there is fantastic adjustments from Coach Alan Metzel and the offensive staff. They line up strong to the left and bump everybody down in that 7-man front, and we've got the corner. You give it to the speedster, Will Henderson. He makes a good, tough run around the right-hand side and scores this touchdown to bring this score to 20-13. The Buckeyes with 4:48 left to play in this first half, within 7 now, looking for the extra point to make it a 6-point deficit.
All right, here's the snap, and the kick is up and good by Braden Pate. So the Buckeyes back on the board once again. Your score, 4:48 left to play in the first half. Gilmer trails Paris 20-14.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second-guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
And we're back to the action here, Jeff, as the Buckeyes overcome a lot. As Joe Dodd just tells us that So far in this game, the Buckeyes have been penalized 7 times for 82 yards. Uncharacteristic?
Well, yes, especially from the first 2 games. I mean, we were bragging on the pregame tonight about how well they've played so far this year. And again, like I said, it's different officiating crews. You know, they get picky. You know, you grab a jersey, which is inadvertent. You're playing football. There's a lot going on. You know, some of them are a little more picky on illegal procedure movement. Some are pickier on holds. Some are picky. You know, it's just depends on the crew you get. So Buckeyes are going to have to really play extra clean tonight to be able to avoid penalties. As 80-some-odd yards in a quarter and a half is just unacceptable. High pooch kick, fielded on the 24-yard line, coming back around, getting a good return, cutting down the sideline here, back to the 45, 46-yard line.
Yeah, that is not the return that the Buckeyes planned. You try to kick it to one side to kind of hem the guy in, but the Buckeyes do not get contained. And these athletes, number 4, that's Johnson. And he's one of those defensive backs that's back there as a safety, Jeff. Good-looking athletes. He returns that all the way out to the Paris 46. So 4:40 left to play in this first half, and Paris would so dearly like to go down and score right here and not leave the Buckeyes much time. On the opposite side of that coin, the Buckeye defense would like to dearly get a stop or a turnover here and score to tie this game up or even take the lead going in at halftime. So this is a critical drive for the game right here.
All right, tight set, motion. Fake the handoff, roll to the left side, looking to pass, got a man open, and luckily overthrows it.
And Jeff, you just saw why that Hohenberger doesn't throw the ball very deep very often. Their best bet is really just to throw the ball out to number 5 Johnson at the line of scrimmage, let him catch the ball and go do something with it, because that not only, Jeff, is a down wasted, but it is an incomplete pass and stops the clock. That puts Paris behind the chains and saves the Buckeyes a timeout. Let's bring up 2nd down and 10 now if the yard line marker will actually change. That is actually 2nd down that we're playing here, not first down.
I hope they'll keep up. There he goes. All right, handoff up the middle, and Buckeyes sniff it out. He falls forward for a gain of maybe 3. We got a helmet loss down there again. So that player will have to come out. Looks like the tackle's coming out.
And Jeff, once again, you got to hand it to the young sophomore, number 26, Tadrick Dawson, who we just noticed he popped last week, and he's playing the outside linebacker. Really, and I told Alan this on Wednesday, he reminds me of the young Amara Arona, who was an all-state linebacker and just unbelievable instincts, and he makes that tackle for only a 2-yard loss. 3rd down and 8. This will be a punting situation if the Buckeyes can stop him here.
All right, here's the snap. Fake the handoff. Quarterback rolls to his left side. Look at the wheels on this kid. He picks up the first down easily. Out past the Buckeye 40 to about the 43-yard line. Nice run there by the quarterback.
Yeah, the Buckeyes had him dead to rights. Number 42, Lee, has him in the backfield. He just puts his foot in the ground and cuts straight up the field and picks up 13. Moves the chains on a big 3rd down. Now we got that quad set back again, Jeff, on the left-hand side.
All right. Pulls it up. Quarterback keeper, right side. Hang on to him. Good job. Number 44 for the Buckeyes stays home, and I promise you, just saved 6 points because that was a great play. That was Cameron Brown. And had he not got his hands on him, he could have took that one to the house.
Yeah, stopped him for no gain. That was a Matt Burton play right there. He keeps him from getting to the outside, and that's what Hohenberger's going to do is fake the ball, that quad set. He pump fakes that out there. But now you got Johnson matched up one-on-one on the outside, and let's see if they don't just try to pull the ball up and throw it to him. Look at that big cushion right now. The Buckeyes are out of alignment.
All right, here's the snap. Pulls back, throws it to number 19. Nice open field tackle there by number 26 for the Buckeyes.
Once again, Jeff,
and that's
pops on field.
McDonald.
The young sophomore makes a huge play to bring up 3rd down and 8 now. This is going to be 4-down territory with now 2:30 left to play. 2 huge downs here for the Buckeyes. Watch for them to go back with Hohenberger onto the ground and try to get him out into space around this wide side of the field. The Buckeyes really got to keep him contained.
Trips to the left side, one to the right, one back in the backfield. And they're going to call an audible here. We'll see if this is going to be a handoff keeper pass. Here we go. He's going to keep it. Runs to his right side, pointing his blockers downfield. Great presence of mind. This kid can run the ball, I'm telling you, down past the 30. We got a flag, a late flag. And so that's going to be probably like unsportsmanlike conduct or something. Not sure who it's going to be on. But
he does not pick up the first down on that run, but the flag is probably against us. It is. It is against us.
Well, let's find out here what it is.
Dead ball, personal foul. 15 yards that we just give them. So we're over 100 yards of penalties in this first half.
Just 97.
97, Todd, don't exaggerate. It's just 97.
And that is going to march.
You know, and not, with 100 yards of penalties and there's only a 6-point difference in the game, that's actually, I'm feeling fairly good about that.
Yeah.
But that is an automatic first down plus 15 yards, and that puts them in striking distance. I'm not sure what that was a late flag, so I'm not sure.
18-yard penalty.
Yeah, that is we round to the nearest third.
So this would be a great time to get a turnover here for the Buckeyes.
17-yard penalty.
We need to fumble in the worst way possible. Quarterback goes under center, hands off to the fullback, immediately coming through the line, and Buckeyes are going to stuff him at the line of scrimmage.
With 1:47 left, Jeff, in that first down, the Buckeyes now are just the clock is their friend. So they're not worried about getting the ball back. They're worried about getting a stop right here and holding this to a 6-point deficit going in at halftime. Remember, the Buckeyes lost the toss and Paris deferred, so Paris will get the ball to start the second half. And the Buckeyes right now dearly need to make a stop and keep this game within reach going in at halftime.
All right, here's the snap. They go to the air, fade pass, nicely thrown, and it's a touchdown, Paris. Touchdown, Wildcats.
That's just Johnson, who just goes up and makes a play there. I'm not sure he's out of bounds. They just throw it up to him, and that's a fade route. And once again, Johnson, who's been responsible for about 60% of this offense, Hohenberger's been responsible for, all but 5% more of that. And Johnson is their team here in the first half as he catches that ball in the left end zone. 22 on defense for the Buckeyes, and that is a
Buckeyes block
point.
it.
And look
pick
out.
it up, and they're going to take this all the way back.
There is a 3-point swing, Jeff, because the Buckeyes will get 2 points out of this. That's Bell running the ball back. 2 points for the Buckeyes.
And Bell, didn't he have one of those last week?
He
or week
did.
Before?
He had. That's the second extra point tonight that he's blocked, and that one comes back and makes this score now a 10-point contest, 26-16. And Jeff, don't look now, but now Paris has got to kick back off to the Buckeyes because even though the Buckeyes just scored 2 points, 1:10 left, the Buckeyes have one timeout, and they are going to kick it off Paris. So, Johnson once again is showing why we thought, he was such a stud coming into the game, and certainly he's had well over 100 yards of offense. I think that's his second touchdown. He's set up all 4 of the touchdowns for Paris tonight so far, and really at inopportune times. I mean, the penalties that are inopportune timing and stopping number 5 in inopportune timing. Otherwise, Paris probably doesn't even have a touchdown on the board. But great extra team, special teams play there by Aaron Bell to get the block himself, coming over right over the center, picking that ball up and taking that all the way back the other end of the field to score 2 points for the Buckeyes. Jeff, that's a 3-point swing, one play.
Yes, it is. And we got 1:10 left in the first half here. We're down 10 points, 26-16. Hopefully they're going to come out, slinging the ball. All right, we're back here in Paris. I had to take a little break, try to handle some business here. But this should be an exciting minute and 10 seconds because we're going to be going to the air slinging it. And that always makes for fun. If you'll recall last week's game, the last 5 minutes, which is one of the best 5 minutes of football I've ever seen.
Yeah. So
all right, here's the kickoff. They're going to go deep. It is a squibbly kick, going to be fielded on about the 15. Number 24 with the wheels coming back in. That was Hector. Gets all the way out to and another flag on the play.
Of course. So we will see what that looks like. They threw that flag right at Brendan Webb, number 7, and that is about a 28-yard return all the way out to the 40, which is going to be huge, but we can't buy a break. If a flag is down, pretty much it's going to be against us. Let's see what the call is here.
Yeah, and we've got a few folks online that's asked us to close the door to the press box. Like, evidently, we have a glare.
Sorry, guys, there's no door.
And so evidently
we turned the light off.
They turned the light out in the back, and so hopefully that'll fix it for you.
Thank you, Parker Dodd, who is home, and welcome home. And
because the whole town could see Joe's head.
That was against them.
And that exactly.
Wow!
That
look
penalty
at
is
this.
against them. So with a minute 1 seconds left, 1st and down 10 Buckeyes from the Paris 48.
That is a lucky break when we needed it. Here's the snap. Caden hit Tennyson, throws it away, and that's going to be a wasted down. Going to be 2nd and 10.
Really smart play there by Caden, throwing that away, not forcing anything, living to fight another day, and not taking a negative play and trying to scramble out and do stuff that is just going to burn clock. So no timeout necessary. Only 1 timeout the Buckeyes have. So they're going to have to work the sidelines here. 2nd down and 10 with 54 seconds left.
All right, here's the snap.
Draw
plate. It's open too. Look up field. Here we go. Will Henderson gets 10 yards and a 1st down.
And that's going to stop the clock and move the chains. So 45 seconds left. Buckeyes right back on the ball.
They are in Wildcat territory on the 37. Here's the snap down, and they're going to spike it to stop the clock at 42 seconds. And
nice play there, but it's hard to run 2-minute drill when you're on the road. And as we learned that last week, as clocks start and stop, plus minus 5 seconds.
It did. We saw that last week a little bit, but
move the chains nonetheless. Now 2nd and 10 for the Buckeyes inside the Paris 40.
All right, 2 receivers left and right. Here's the snap. Quick pass, complete. Looks like maybe Dodd out there. I can't see for sure. He gets 8 yards.
Good pickup, but they got to hustle back to the line and kill this once again. Or no, they got to get the 1st down because this is going to be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, they got 30 seconds on the clock, so Buckeyes having to move quickly here. And here comes the snap, and it's another draw play. They do get the 1st down, so that will stop the clock to move the chains.
Clock
with
stops
16
and we will take
seconds.
the timeout. So Will Henderson on the carry, picks up the 1st down to the 25-yard line. We will take the timeout now with 16 seconds left. So, Jeff, probably time for 3 plays, but we're going to have to use the sideline because let's see what our timeouts look like, which is now down to 0.
They'll have to be all 3 timeouts. 3 really quick plays.
Yeah, or 2 plays into the end zone that we take our shot. One of those here will be a shot.
Well, you got to get out. You got to get out of bounds. You're going to have to play the edges for sure.
Absolutely.
Because if you throw anything over the middle, and they do any running at all, you'll eat up the clock on a play, or leave yourself 4 or 5 seconds.
And remember, Pate hit one from 37 last week, so he has shown good range from about this area. This would be 42 yards right now if he tried to kick this one, but I think he's got the leg to do that.
Well, if you had Tarek in the game, it'd be a fade in the corner.
Well,
and
if we had Tarek in the game, the score wouldn't be 26-16 either. I'm glad Tarek is where he is tonight and giving these young guys some opportunities.
All right, here's the snap. Dropping back, looking downfield. Throws one incomplete, and that's going to be 2nd and 10, 12 seconds on the clock.
That was the old hook and ladder right there, Jeff. That was going to be to Connor Dodd. It was going to pitch it back to a streaking Will Henderson, but they played that well. And Caden luckily overthrew that a little bit and stopped the clock with 2nd down. So 12 seconds left. There's going to be maybe time for 2 plays here, but this has got, to your point, got to go out of bounds or got to go in the end zone. One of the two.
All right, you got Webb. And you got Jeremiah Noble down here in the bottom of your screen, left side of the field.
Now high-low this safety right here because this is cover 2. This is not cover 3. This is cover 2.
All right, they're going man, coming heavy with the pressure. Across the midfield. Oh, I thought he had that for sure. Pass intended for number 7, Webb, and it's just thrown a little bit low, hits him in the pad. And he is unable to, if he's able to reel that in, that may be 6.
And that is just a step early. And let's see if Coach Metzel now doesn't decide here on 3rd down to throw this to the boundary and get out of bounds with 8 seconds left and try to set up a field goal try. So maybe
well, he's got time. That took 4 seconds.
Right.
The last 2 plays were about 4 seconds.
As long as you get out of bounds, you've got time to kick a field goal here, but this has got to be something quick as an out route.
All right, there's the snap. Paris coming hard. Throws it for the end zone, falls incomplete. And they are going to have to try to kick the field goal here with 2 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, let's see if Coach Metzel says let's just throw it in the end zone, or if he rolls Mr. Pate out there.
Well, I don't see him rolling Mr. Pate out there.
Because
so
this would be a 42-yard field goal, so I don't think that...
I think Pate's got the leg for it. I'd like to be in a little closer, but they're going to go for it. Yeah. Good for them.
Trying to get a penalty here. It can't end on a defensive penalty.
Let's go for it. Let's hit the end zone.
And Paris is going to call one of their timeouts here. And look for number 7, Webb. This is going to be the player, but the offensive line just broke down a little bit in terms of pass protection on that last play. And you saw, I really see a lot of maturity in terms of Caden Tennyson, especially on this drive, Jeff, stepping up and throwing the ball away and keeping us out of negative plays, not panicking when he gets pressure, just basically saying, look, there's nothing wrong with an incomplete pass to green grass. Essentially, it's a timeout. When you've only got, a matter of a few seconds, there's no such thing as a last play unless it's 4th down. This is the last play, 2 seconds, 4th down. Now you can go for it. Now you can lay your ears back and take chances. As long as you please, and I'm knocking on wood when I say this, don't throw it at number 5 and throw another pick 6. That would be the last thing that you would need to happen on this drive. The Buckeyes, after that 2-point conversion, after they blocked the extra point, have got this to a 10-point contest. And despite a couple of penalties, once again, have driven the field almost to the red zone. And this is going to be another one of those 3 deep safety looks with the 3 big safeties in the back. And they will try to keep it out of the end zone here.
All right, Buckeyes need some luck here. The clock is going to expire. They hit Jeremiah Noble across the middle, and they're going to stop him. Get him in there, guys. Get him in there. There's scrum. There's a
touchdown, Buckeyes! Unbelievable.
What a play, Jeremiah Noble across the middle. He didn't have a prayer to get in there, and they just pushed him across the end zone. What a play with no time left on the clock. Wow.
Just will that into the end zone, and the Paris head coach is going to talk as much as he possibly can, but there's no going back on this play, that they just absolutely pushed Jeremiah Noble into the end zone, who stayed on his feet. Absolutely fantastic play to bring this score to 26-22 with the extra point left to come. But, Jeff, let me tell you something, too. Caden Tennyson got rolled into his right knee and came off the field kind of hobbling on that last play as we were watching the ball down at the goal line, and Jeremiah Noble just turning nothing into something on a touchdown play. And that is the play of the night for sure.
Oh, yes.
But to go into
certainly
the halftime, the last play of the game is going to be a touchdown for the Buckeyes to get this to 26-22 with the extra point left to come. I think Coach Metzel here will kick the extra point to keep this to 3-point game because, with the field goal at the end and an on-the-road game, you just kind of think, okay, we got to do this. But just as I say that, we faked in worse cases than this in the past. So
yeah, no,
don't take my word for it, folks.
They'll kick here. They're going to kick here and be happy to be within 3 points because we can get that back. All right, here comes the snap. A little bit of trouble on the hold. Did he get it?
Yes,
he did. That was close.
What a finish. What an execute, and what a great way to go in at halftime. The Buckeyes down now just only 3 points, 26-23. They will kick off to the Paris Wildcats as we start this second half. But in the meantime, we invite you to enjoy the Juicy's halftime show. We'll be right back after these messages.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact the customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the award-winning Gilmer High School Stars Drill Team, directed by Don Lane and Taylor Rohde. Officers from left to right are Melanie Aguilar, Senior, Cynthia Laura, Senior, Emma Cormier, Junior, Chloe Dixon, Senior, and Caroline Jordan, Senior. Stars of the week are Elise Arias and Keely Galt. The stars perform a tambourine routine to Lady Gaga's hit, Born This Way. Stand up and cheer for the Buckeyes as the Stars kick to the fight song. Ladies and gentlemen, Gilmer School District is proud to present one of the most decorated military marching bands in Texas, the pride of Upshur County, the UIL Sweepstakes Award-winning Gilmer Buckeye Band. And now we feature the GHS Majorettes as they perform a dazzling routine to soak up the sun. Gilmer Band Majorettes. Buckeye Band is proud to march in the traditional American military style. Under the field command of drum majors Mia Stowe and Aubrey Gillen, the band sets off to Declaration Fanfare by Larry Ward, the University of North Dakota, and the Newcorn Palace by Carl King, Joyce's 71st New York Regiment March by Boyer, and Acres Away, arranged by Larry Ward. High School Buckeye Band.
Aaron Bell, senior, fullback, middle linebacker.
Will Henderson, senior, running back and quarterback.
Elias Castillo, senior, inside linebacker, fullback.
Jamal Bird, 2024, receiver and corner. Hey, let's get it.
Terry Tate, senior, wide receiver and DB.
Damari Hackett, senior, number 5. Hey, we out here.
Connor Dodd, senior, wide receiver and safety. Brendan Webb, junior, receiver, DB.
Alex Sims, junior, running back, outside linebacker.
Jaden Edmond, senior, quarterback, free safety.
Caden Timerson, class of 2025, quarterback. Taj Manson, junior, receiver, DB.
Jeremiah Noble, junior, outside linebacker, receiver.
Dervay Smith, senior, running back and outside linebacker.
Micah Easley, junior, wide receiver, safety. Let's roll.
Harrison Lofton, senior, outside linebacker, hooker.
Grayson Bates, fullback, inside linebacker.
Jordan Escalante, junior, quarterback, outside backer. Bentley Trainer, receiver and corner.
Will Gross, senior, inside receiver, cornerback. Go Bucks.
Amari Morton, junior, receiver DB.
Josiah Merrill, junior, running back, outside linebacker. Octavian Prom Hector, sophomore, running back, and safety.
Kobe Webb, senior, receiver, outside backer.
Devin McDonald, sophomore,
middle linebacker, fullback.
Adrian Jimerson, Jr., running back, corner.
Nick Zimmerman, senior, fullback, linebacker.
Luke Hollyfield, senior, fullback, middle linebacker.
Mason Denton, Jr., middle linebacker and fullback.
Braden Pate, junior, outside linebacker.
Jerry Dean, Jr., middle linebacker.
Nehemiah Henderson, senior, inside linebacker, fullback.
Leno Diaz, senior, fullback, inside linebacker.
I'm senior, Duhai, junior, running back, corner.
Noah Connets, junior, wide receiver, cornerback.
Max Walker, Jr., wide receiver, safety. Cameron Brown, senior, D-line.
Hudson Wynn, Jr., D-line.
Jeff Bates, sophomore, offensive line, defensive line.
Justin Jones, senior, inside backer and wide receiver.
Griffin Mill, senior, defensive end and tight end.
Tyler Hagler, sophomore, O-line, D-line.
Ezekiel Aguinaldo, senior, O-line, D-line.
Justin Anderson, offensive line, defensive line.
Alex again, junior, O-line, D-line.
Ryan Andrews, Jr., O-line, D-line.
Senior, Sean Wallace, offensive line, D-line, number 55. Nathan McVicker, O-line, D-line, sophomore.
Aiden Summers, O-line, D-line, junior, 2025.
Spencer Murphy, senior, O-line, D-line.
Chance Walker, sophomore, O-line, D-line.
My name is Terrence Waham. I'm a junior. I play offensive line and defensive line.
Felipe Rocha, I'm a junior. I play offensive line and defensive line.
Hunter Burney, O-line, D-line. I'm a junior. Lucas Cano, junior, O-line, D-line.
My name is Fernando Delgado. I'm a junior, and I play D-line.
Jaron Pilcher, senior, offensive line.
Logan Thornley, I'm a junior. I play inside receiver and outside linebacker.
Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams, lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Goddard & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Goddard & Young.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact the customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We are conveniently located on Highway 271 and Redbud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all of the teachers, administration, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We would also like to wish all of the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
Welcome back, folks, to Paris, Texas, where your Gilmer Buckeyes have battled, and I mean battled back in the first half. Miraculous touchdown play to Jeremiah Noble to end the first half, to bring the Buckeyes from down 10 after the extra point to down 7. They trail 26-23. They'll kick off to Paris to start this second half. Over 100 yards of penalties for the Buckeyes in the first half, a pick six, touchdown, big turnover. So everything that could go right for Paris went right, and really wrong for Gilmer that went wrong, and yet this is still a 26-23 game with one half left to play. First half statistics brought to you by Mr. Joe Dodd. Gilmer rushing 21 rushes for 110 yards. They were 11 for 22 for 108 yards. The total of 43 plays for 218 yards, 8 penalties for 99 yards, but won the time of possession 14-51. Paris 15 rushes for 56 yards, 7 of 10 passing. Of course, they don't throw it down the field with their quarterback, Hohenberger, so far. He's not the passing quarterback. We may see a second quarterback in the second half, especially if Paris is trailing. They have a whole passing game we haven't seen yet. Their total is 25 plays for 144 yards. So, Jeff, as you were saying at the half, this is really the statistics that we normally see the Buckeyes have. Right now, the Buckeyes
it's in complete reverse.
Yeah, are outplaying Paris. 43 plays for 218 yards, 1451 in terms of possession. Paris only 25 plays for 144 yards for only 9 minutes and 9 seconds.
Yeah, those are normally Gilmer statistics.
Yeah,
right
2
there.
penalties for only 30 yards. One of those 15-yard pass interference. But, Jeff, this is the difference between a pick six when you miss that whole possession because you score on defense and also when you score on a short field. But really the story of the first half is you got to stop Douglas, number 5. Douglas is their heart and soul. We were told by the Paris faithful before the game when we were kind of checking out their team. As number 5 goes, so go the Paris Wildcats. The Buckeyes have to find a way to shut him down here in the second half and try to bottle up Hohenberger as he has proven that he is a runner. Jeff, I mean, he's a good athlete and he can run the football, but the black flag has just got to find a way to get penetration, stop him before he gets going. And the penalties. It's really the interception and the penalties.
It's really about the penalties. The difference in this game, 26-23, is 70 yards difference in penalties. And football's a game of inches. And if you're 70 yards behind in penalties, that should translate to even more than 3 points. So I feel good about being 26-23, just like you said, Todd. And now it's time for the opening kickoff of the second half. Again, Gilmer's trailing by 3. It's 26-23. Here is Braden Pate with the kickoff, and boy, he puts a foot in that one all the way down to the 3-yard line, and they have to pick it up and return it. And return it, they do. They make a good job, does a good job of it. It bounces on the 3. That's literally a textbook perfect kick.
Kick straight up in the air.
Straight up in the air. You were talking about last week, he looked like he was hitting balls with a sand wedge. But they did get a nice return out just right at the 25-yard line. So Paris gets to open with the first possession on offense. Let's see what they'll be able to do.
Yeah, and this black flag, let's see if they make an adjustment. Watch out for number 5. He is the receiver here on the near side of the field. They are going to try to get the ball in his hands. Pretty much, Jeff, 1 out of every 2 snaps, and you can see what he can do with it once he's got it. The Buckeyes playing a lot of players, so look for them fatigue to be a factor in the fourth quarter as well.
All right, motion on the offensive side of the ball. Handoff, number 6 around the right side. And Buckeyes get on him fairly quick. They're going to hold him to a gain of about 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Trying to get wide with number 2, the speedster. That's Washington there. This is a running situation. They got to move the ball behind Hohenberger in number 22.
Yeah, look for probably a keeper here. They really like what he does on the ground. And I'll tell you what, he is an impressive runner.
Coach's son, once again, Jeff. He understands the offense, knows where those holes are going to be.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Buckeyes stuff it pretty quick, and I think they probably lost about a half a yard on that one. They're going to leave it at the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8. Again, Buckeyes doing a good job up front.
Huge play to start this second half right here, Jeff. If the black flag can stop them and get off the field, but watch them try to get the ball to number 5.
They're going to do this little quick pass over here. Watch number 5. He's probably going to drop back. Bottom of your screen, he's going to want to drop back. And that's a deadly play because once he gets the ball, he's good in open space. You see they shift the back to the right side. They're pulling up. Quarterback keeper, and they stuff that quickly, dropping for a loss.
Fantastic stand there by the black flag. A 3-yard loss, bring up 4th down and 13, and this is going to be the first punting situation of the night for the Paris Wildcats. This is a huge play. Brennan Webb now is going to be back about the 50-yard line to receive this punt. And the Buckeyes, huge start and a 3-and-out of Paris deep in their own end zone. They're going to punt this, Jeff, probably from about the 12-yard line. And the Buckeyes special teams got an opportunity here. You got to execute, and you cannot turn the ball over right here. This is just an important play.
Yeah, I'd love to see a terrible snap right here, and be able to get the ball in good field position right off the bat here in the third quarter. It is a good one. They're going to get it high,
Get away,
but short.
Get away.
high, short, and takes a terrible bounce. Look at this. It takes a 20-yard bounce in the wrong direction, literally almost back to the original line of scrimmage. Look at this. The Buckeyes will be taking over on about the
35.
The line of it would have been their first down marker.
Right.
So that was a 10-yard.
10 yard net punt.
Net yards. I've never seen one take a shot that far back. That ball rolled 20 yards in the wrong direction.
Yeah, you talk about field position. Look at this, Jeff. Empty set to come out to attack these 3 safeties. Now try to cover 5 guys.
All right, here's the snap. Going to the air immediately. Got Webb, and he gets hit pretty quick, but not after picking up about 5 yards.
Now that is great coaching right there by the Gilmer Buckeye staff, Jeff. That 3 safety look they've seen, and now they go empty spread and say basically, okay, great. Now, we just picked up 8 yards on first down. Try to cover us when we don't have anybody in the backfield.
Yeah, 2nd and 3, handoff up the middle. Number 1, he picks up the first down easily. That was Will Smith on the carry.
Will Henderson.
Will Smith. Will Smith.
I'm sorry.
I remember that guy. Will Henderson on the carry gets to the 20. Here's the snap. Handoff again. Henderson up the middle. Driving his legs forward, gets down to about maybe the 16. Depends on the spot.
Yeah, the spot is out toward
2nd and 6.
17-yard line. Brings up second, to your point, Jeff, 2nd and 6. That's exactly where the Buckeyes want to be.
All right, Buckeyes send 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Will Henderson in the backfield. Here's the snap. Dropping back to pass. Setting up the screen. They got Henderson. And he gets drugged down. Nice open field tackle. Gain of about 1 on the play. That's going to be 3rd and a long 5.
Yeah, I think when
maybe
Caden,
6.
I think especially in this game when we've tried to run that screen game, Caden doesn't really sell that. In other words, he's backing up and really set and giving a tip off to those defensive linemen that this is a screen pass, and they've reacted very well. Give Parrish credit. 3rd and 5 now for the Buckeyes.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Henderson hits it fast. Headed to the end zone. Score.
Touchdown. Tomahawk Henderson.
Buckeyes on the board again and take the lead.
Just like that, a 3 and out, and then 35 yards in 5 plays. 1 pass, 4 runs on the feet of the Rocket, Will Henderson. The Tomahawk, better yet said. That's his real middle name, by the way, folks. 29-26, Buckeyes take the lead.
Literally.
On his birth certificate.
That's not a nickname.
Not a nickname. His daddy gave us the nickname for him, and boy, does it fit.
What a cool dad, right?
Well, here's the cool part.
And the kick is no good. No good. We missed that one.
Dad is Tomahawk the second, and Granddad is Tomahawk the first.
That makes me smile every time I hear it. All right, Buckeyes back up 29-26 with 8 minutes to play in the 3rd. We'll be right back.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve. With the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
We're back in Paris. It's 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 29-26. Buckeyes back on top after a fantastic performance on their first offensive possession. Actually, they came out and had an outstanding defensive stand and then a great offensive performance.
From the time that Aaron Bell blocked that extra point and returned it for 2 points, the Buckeyes have run off now 15 unanswered points.
Oh, that's a good – yeah, that's exactly right. I like it when you put it like that. That's awesome. All right, Braden Pate lining up here. He's taking a short stride, so this may be a high pooch kick to the left side over here. Watch,
he's
watch the 35-yard line. No, look at this kid's foot. All the way through the back of the end zone with like 3 steps. Man, he has really got some power in those legs, doesn't he?
Well, I don't know why I do that every time. I mean, just kick it through the end zone every time, especially when you got those dangerous guys back there. Against Chapel Hill, I got to kind of wonder about, man, I mean, you know, as big a return after return after return that those 2 dangerous guys had, when you got a guy that can do that, why don't you just do that every time?
Yeah, that was fantastic. So, Paris coming out, knowing they need to get something going here. 1st and 10 from their own 25. They send trip receivers to the left side, one receiver to the right, one back in the backfield. Here's the snap. Quarterback pulls up, quick pass to number 6, and look at the Buckeyes all over that.
Now that is responsive football right there, Jeff. 6 guys hit him all at the same time.
They're like,
White
hey, we've
jerseys.
seen your whole playbook now, and we've got it figured out.
We got it figured out. So once again, Hohenberger behind the chains, 2nd down and 10. That went for no gain.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. One back in the backfield.
Here comes the option play right here, Jeff.
All right, they're not doing much in the air, so I think they're going to go to the legs of their quarterback here. Got a little confusion in the backfield. He's trying to send his back to the right side, and he says, nope, not going. And they have got some that is just a blown play from the start. And he is just a hard runner, man. He comes around the corner. He was trying to tell his back, come to the right side, and his back wouldn't go.
Yeah, unbelievable spot there. Bring up 3rd down and 3. He just got to keep him contained. That is the main thing.
This guy's got some speed.
Yeah, once again, the Buckeyes have an opportunity to get off the field here on 4th down. They got this quad set again. And Jeff, this is where Hohenberger will just follow around the right-hand side and just use his legs.
Yeah. Well, he's going downfield this time, down the sideline, and it is caught. And they're going to say that is a catch. It is. I think it was. That was a great catch. Over the shoulder. What a great catch there by number 2 down the sideline.
Yeah,
it was well defended.
There's no way to tell because, Jeff, the referee is 40 yards in the other direction. There's nobody there.
Yeah, but he was right here in front of us. It looked like a good catch.
I thought it was a catch, but even if it wasn't, nobody was going to tell him.
They're going to that quad set again. Quick pass, number 6. We overshot it just a little bit. We nearly
Bird almost jumped that route. Lamar Bird just literally shot the gap there and was about 6 inches late. And this is another one of those drives, Jeff, that you just feel like Paris is dodging bullets like the Matrix, left, right, and center. And they moved the chains down to the Buckeye 33. They got 2nd and short. Watched a run here, Hohenberg over the right side.
All right, Buckeye defense, boy, look at that front line. They are ready to get some penetration. I mean, these guys up front are big, and they are aggressive.
Cameron, number 44, is going to set that edge out on the stand-up 9 technique to the wide side of the field. And he's going to need to here.
All right, here's the snap. He tucks it, running up front. Not much there. Look at him driving those legs, getting the 1st down. He is going to be right at the 1st down marker. They're going to probably move the chains.
Yeah, they're going to give him that benefit of the doubt. And
boy, that young man was did you see him driving those legs?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is a quarterback draw. Once again, it's number 5 and number 22 as he keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10 now inside the Buckeye 30 with 6:04 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Once again, Buckeyes behind 15 unanswered points have gained the lead 29-26 here in the 3rd quarter.
All right, man in motion. Here's the snap. Dropping back, setting up a screen. They catch it, breaking some tackles, getting downfield. That was a gain of about 6 yards.
Once again, Jeff, you just get that feeling that they barely got that play off, and then they barely hang on to the ball as Cameron, number 44, grabs the runner from behind, but they're back in 2nd and short, 6 more yards down the field, inside the 25-yard line, knocking on the door of the red zone.
All right, from the shotgun, here's the snap. Dropping back again, trying to set it, and he's going to be sacked for a loss. That is a 10-yard loss, 12-yard loss. So that was huge. I see Bell getting up from the pile with a cramp.
Yeah, that's a hamstring cramp. And again, as this Buckeye defense bowing their neck right here, this is going to be now. Jeff, we went from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 14. Yeah, this is a huge down right here. Watch out for number 5. Somebody get on number 5. Here he is out to the wide side of the field, and Jamar Bird is going to have to jump this route. They will try to get him the ball.
Yeah, 3rd and 15. And they're going downfield. They're going to put it in the air. They're going for the end zone, and it's wide open, and he drops it.
Unbelievable.
Ooh, we had blown coverage, completely blown coverage. And he just literally drops it in the end zone. Easy touchdown avoided by the Buckeyes.
All you got to do is catch it. And that brings up now a huge down with 4th and 14, as that was the one good pass we've seen Hohenberger throw deep, and there was nobody on him. He came out of the slot. Now it's 4th and 14. They're going to play fast. And they slip a receiver on here just before the snap.
All right.
Watch out for 5. Watch out for number 5.
Yeah, he is at the bottom of your screen right here. Bird is covering him.
4, 3.
And they're about to have delay a game right now.
Delay.
That's a delay a game if they don't call it. Yep, they did. They got it. So that is going to back them up 5 yards, and it's going to be 4th and 20.
Yeah, you may want to punt it now, Jeff. I mean, seriously, with a 3-point game, being able to get the Buckeyes pinned deep. Remember their last punt, 10 yards. That's all it went. It went 25, 30 yards down the field and then bounced back 15 and probably went 70 yards high. It went straight up in the air. But this is not the situation the Paris Wildcats want to find themselves in. 4th and forever. They got to get all the way inside the 20 for a first down. They'll snap this ball from the Buckeyes' 39-yard line.
I don't think there's any question that it's coming down here on the bottom of your screen, number 5.
Yeah, and it's man-to-man coverage, so come on, Jamar Bird, cover that
Bird.
guy.
All right, they're going to do a little quick kick. Yep, smart. It's going to go, and they're going to. It went in the end zone. Their own player. Their own player drug it in the end zone. It was going to stop around the 3.
Hey, you know what? I feel Mr. Momentum switching sides here.
Well, it's too early to say that for me, but I tell you what, that was too good. That was 2 lucky breaks for the Buckeyes. We had 0 luck in the first half, and that is 2 plays in a row that a drop past the end zone,
touchdown,
and then that one was, man, we were about to be pinned on the 3.
And Jeff, not only that, but that's 2 stops in a row to start this second half. The Buckeyes up 29-26, scored on their first drive to take the lead. Now they're 80 yards away. Let's see what happens here. Speedster number 1 in the backfield in the pistol formation.
All right, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right side, looking to pass, dumps it short, and just a great run after the catch there. I think that was, I'm not sure who's getting up. That was number 26. That was McDonald.
And let me tell you something, folks. He's a sophomore and he's a player. I mean, he just has so impressed me as how he's come up and been able to contribute here. And that is going to pay dividends later on. Remember that, number 26. 2nd down and short now for the Buckeyes.
2 receivers wide to the left. Handoff to Will Henderson around the left side. He hits the corner hard, picks up the first down, runs out of bounds.
Hey,
that is a great
game. I'm going to use my number 1 time here in the second half. Dang, that guy's fast.
Yeah.
Did you see him turn
You
the
only
corner?
get 2 more of those.
Jeez Louise.
2 more of those this broadcast.
He literally runs around the outside defensive end who's gotten 4 yards up the field, and you think, man, is he going to get the corner? And you blink your eyes, and he is 10 yards up the field.
I love, if you got the fastest guy in North America, you send him around the end.
Absolutely.
You send him around the edge on the wide side. He'll figure it out. Nobody in the backfield but Caden. He launches one downfield. Jeremiah Noble reels in a beautiful catch.
What a catch and pass. That is sophomore to sophomore. That is Caden Tennyson, who's cramping up right now. Jeremiah Tennyson reeling that one in all the way down to the 22-yard line. Excuse me, Jeremiah Noble from Tennyson, who is cramping up in his left foot right now.
That was a great pass
that
right there.
That was a thing of beauty.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff to Henderson up the middle. Henderson lowers his head, fights forward for a good 5 yards.
Inside the red zone for sure, Jeff, down inside the 16.
6 yards.
Yeah, that was a tough nose run. You
And the
forget how
Buckeyes,
good he is inside.
I'll tell you what, these Buckeyes are getting it done. And Paris, who's been the best defense, the first half, best defense we've seen all year, is a little bit on their heels right now. Handoff up the middle. Once again, Will Henderson hits that hole hard, and he's going to be good for another first down.
Inside
Buckeyes
the 10.
are driving down inside the 10.
Yeah, things are rolling right now, Jeff. You just want to keep the wheels on and keep these things going until you're in the end zone. 3-point lead, 3:06 left to play in this third quarter. Been dominated by the Buckeyes. They're knocking on the door again, 1st and goal.
Here's the snap. Handoff again, Henderson, and this time they stuff him. And they're going to probably back him up a yard or 2. As Paris does a good job getting good penetration. It's like they knew what that play call was.
Yeah, that was the exact same play they ran before. And the block that they got on that inside slanting guy before, they didn't get on that play. And
in comes Ector into the backfield. And he is just a fireball to watch, folks. So keep an eye on number 24, the back.
Yeah, 7 in the slot right here. Watch the wide side of the field. They've got 7. Brennan Webb.
All right, Ector goes in motion. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Tennyson inside down to the 5. That means he's going to pick up the first down, and it's going to be 1st and goal from the 5. Is that correct?
No, that's going to be 3rd and goal.
That's 3rd and goal. We were already inside.
That signal, right, that the guy should have it down on the ground. Now he lays it down because that's confusing for us up here. But it's 3rd and goal for the Buckeyes. Maybe 4-down territory with only a 3-point lead. 2:05 left in this 3rd quarter. And Coach Metzel's got to pull out whatever's good in the playbook right here. And watch what they did in Kilgore last week, Jeff, which is right around the right-hand side. The short
you got
side of the
Henderson
field.
there. Hand off to Henderson, left side. And, boy, they do a good job of swarming him. He gets maybe a yard, and it's 4th and goal from the 4. So what do you do here?
Well,
It's
you only got
29-26.
a 3-point lead right now. You pull out the best play on the road that you got in the playbook, and you go for it and you try to score. You have to, because otherwise you're going to give Paris the ball.
Well, you're limited. You're on the 4-yard line, so it's not like you got a big field to spread them out. So you could throw a fade here. You could throw a little out route, or you can run, and they're more than likely going to run. They're going to get on the wheels of Henderson. Of course, we've been going to Caden Tennyson in this.
On 4th down especially.
Watch around the left side. That's what we've been doing. We take that other back, and here comes
touchdown Buckeyes.
Great
Strike.
little out route.
Number 7, Brendan Webb. Absolute perfection from Caden Tennyson. Touchdown Buckeyes. That is about as good as you can draw it up right there.
It's a little out route. It is 5 and out.
And he was in motion and just scooted himself inside the pylon.
That's the first time I've seen that play.
That was a great play, and that works at all levels. I mean, you see that on Sundays, you see that on Saturdays, and it really you can't.
It's hard to defend.
Yeah, because you got a guy coming in motion, and all he does is
very
take
hard to defend.
2 steps inside the goal line, turns around and catches that pass. 35-26. Extra point is up. And we got one that time. It's good. The Buckeyes, just like that, Jeff, 25 unanswered points to take a 10-point lead. 36-26 with 1:06 left in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back after these messages.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
And we're back in Paris. 1:06 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Buckeyes back on top, 26-36. And so the Buckeyes have fought their way back into this game. They went down in hand to halftime, 3 points down after the touchdown with no time left on the clock at the end of the first half. And they have just had the gas on the pedal ever since. They look like the Buckeyes we know. So Braden Pate set to kick off once again. And he's lining up just about 3 or 4 yards off the ball. But, again, he can put it right through the back if he chooses to. Now he's going to back up a little bit and put his foot in it. They're going to field it on the 15, cutting back up through the middle. And a nice return there all the way out to the 40-yard line.
How about let's just not kick it to number 4 or number 5 anymore? I mean, those guys are such scary-looking athletes. And, again, that return comes all the way outside the 40-yard line. And so the black flag, which has gotten 2 back-to-back stops in the offense, 2 back-to-back scores to stretch this out to a 10-point lead. And let's see if the same quarterback. No, Jeff, this is what I thought. You've got a new quarterback in the game. This is going to be number 2 in at quarter, or excuse me, number. Let's see if that's still the. No, that's still the coach's son. That's still number 22 in at quarterback. That's Hohenberger.
All right, 2 receivers left, man in motion. They throw a little short pass, and boy, did they set that up well. Big first down and more. Down the sideline into Buckeye territory, down to the 26-yard line. And that was a well-executed play on the side of Paris. Henderson, by the way, 19 rushes for 122 yards so far.
Yeah, and we've got the quad set out here to the wide side again, and they throw the ball straight out to number 5, and he goes straight up the field for 9 yards.
That has been really effective for them.
That's actually
number 6 on the reception that time.
Yeah, that is a sweep pass basically, Jeff. Or a sweep play. They're going to stay in that formation,
Second and 1, and they are going fast. They send that quad out there again, and this time they hand off to the fullback who easily gets the first down. And they are looking at first and 10. Looks like the ball is on the 13-yard line. So Buckeyes need to do something here, really bow their necks and make a stop.
Inside the red zone here from the 12. Paris can get a first down at the Buckeye 3.
We got some confusion out here. The receiver, the inside receiver, doesn't know what the play is. They had to call a timeout.
Into the third quarter, Jeff. 36-26, 10-point lead for the Buckeyes, but Paris is in the red zone trying to climb back into this game, dominated by the third quarter and by these Buckeyes. We'll be right back after these messages.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Yeah.
All right, we're back here in Paris, Texas. 1 quarter left to play. Gilmer leads 36-26. It is still anybody's ball game as Paris is down inside the red zone. I think the ball is going to be spotted on about the 14-yard line. And so Buckeyes are going to need a turnover or really bow their necks and get a stop here.
Yeah, Jeff, and I mean, that was a chunk play to start this drive of almost 60 yards. There's nobody there. Well executed and well designed play. They go with a fake to the fullback and then just dump the ball right out to him, and he rumbles 65 yards. Then they started playing fast. They started playing with tempo to get the Buckeyes back on their heels. Started this fourth quarter now. It is 1st and 10 from the Buckeye 13. To your point, Jeff, boy, a turnover would be huge here as Paris has really been careful with the ball and really have not had a lot of turnovers here tonight. And boy, if the Buckeye black flag could force one right here, it would be huge. But watch the legs of 22 right here.
All right, here's the snap. He rolls to his right side and had to throw it away. So that's a good start. As Connor Dodd up there putting a little heat on him.
Yeah, a couple of scores from halftime, Jeff. Chapel Hill in the fourth quarter up 56-7 over Greenville, which is a 5A school. And then Carthage up 34-0 in their game over San Antonio Cornerstone, which was kind of the fill-in game from a private school that they'd had earlier. The big Van-Lindale rivalry, Van up 35-30 over Lindale.
Oh, that's surprising, actually. All right, quarterback under center, quick sweep, number 2 out to the right side, and I thought he had the corner.
Wow.
I thought he had that, and then out of nowhere,
Aaron Bell just sucked him up like
at
a Slurpee. That was 2-yard loss. Now it's 3rd and 12.
That is a 250-pounder chasing down a 150-pounder.
That is
sucked him up
like a Slurpee, baby. That was just unreal.
Yeah, we're still professional. That was a great play. 2 in a row. 3rd and 12 after they lost some yardage there.
Find number 5, folks, because they'll throw that fade right up to him again.
Yeah, I'm not finding him unless he's out far. All right, rolling to the right side. It's an option. Nice pass and catch out of bounds at the 3. That's going to probably be a first down.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jamar Burns.
And yeah, that is going to be 1st and goal now from the 3.
Yeah, now the Buckeyes really have to hope that they, fumble or something to turn it over, because just the sheer legs of number 22, and they'll just pile up behind this big offensive line and just try to push this one over.
All right, 1st and goal. This is almost assuredly a touchdown without a fumble. They've got 4 tries from the 3, and they have been good for 3 easily tonight. So let's all cross our fingers and hope for a. They're going to pitch it back. Buckeyes standing strong, but they got in for the touchdown. 10:41 left to play in the 4th. And the Wildcats fighting their way back into this game. They were down 10. Now they're down 4.
Well, Jeff, extra point will be huge here, but also I kind of talking through the week, we felt like the Buckeyes were probably going to have to score about 42, 43 points here to get away with a win. But again, pick six and a couple other things really that the Buckeyes, you know, if you look at possessions, the third quarter and the dominant third quarter they have, did they block that one as well?
No, they
that's
got it
up
off.
And
they're saying, did they waive? What was that? Did they give? Did they make
no
it or
good.
not?
They said that is no good.
I've never seen that signal before. He looked
they,
like he was
they
doing
stopped
jumping
the clock.
jacks.
Yeah, and that's 36-32. So that means that Paris is going to be down
Okay,
4 points.
I'm not sure what's going on here because I've never seen that signal before.
Now they're coming to talk to coach.
They didn't signal it was good, and now they're going to go back to the end zone. Let's watch for the referees down here. They may signal it right now. Oh, penalties decline, and it's good. Yeah,
the kick is good.
So I could see that the kick was good.
Yeah, Brendan Webb came on late, and they called 12 men on the field for the Buckeyes. And now it is a 3-point game, but once again, 10-41, the Buckeyes are going to have to answer this score with a score. They had reeled off 25 unanswered points until that touchdown, which was really brought to you by that little dump pass to start that drive, 65 yards, just out to the fullback, and there was nobody home, and boy, he could rumble, and he did for 60-plus yards. So 10:41 left to play in this contest, fourth quarter now. Buckeyes lead 36-33, but this is truly going to come down to execution. But notice one thing, Jeff, clean in the third quarter. The Buckeyes, after 100 yards of penalties.
Penalty-free, yeah.
Penalties have been clean, knock on wood, but they're really going to have to execute here on offense. And they really had the Paris Wildcats back on their heels for most of the last drive of the second half, the first half, and that entire third quarter.
Well, it's important. You got to capitalize here. You have to score on this possession and try to extend it back out to 10 and just keep that 2-score differential between them.
Right.
So, scoring on this drive is going to be important. They kick a long one, going to be fielded on about the 10. Number 24, Ector, around the right side, and he's going to be forced out of bounds around the 32.
It's a good return. It's a good return. Positive yards, no flags. He takes the ball to the sideline. Ball protection is good, and the offense comes back on the field. And they've been on a roll. They just run up and down the field the last 3 possessions, scored on all 3 drives the last 3 times that they've touched it. And it's going to be important here with 10:35 left and a 3-point lead. To your point, Jeff, stretch that back out to 10 points and really put the pressure on the Wildcats. You feel like the Wildcats, as athletic as they are not that explosive in terms of like the Buckeyes scoring 3 plays in 13 seconds kind of thing. They're not have the deep ball.
All right, here's the snap. Quick pass. Complete. Out to the right side. Connor Dodd. Connor's going to be good for 5.
Nice pitch and catch from Caden Tennyson to Connor Dodd. Sure hands, probably the surest hands on the whole team. And,
I like to see him get the ball to Connor. I really do. That may be even 6 yards there. We'll call it second and a long 4. Connor's got really good hands. He's got good speed. Tough runner. Here comes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Hitting that hole quickly. Will Henderson getting in behind his blockers. He's going to be right at the first down marker. That's going to move the chains.
Out to the Buckeye 45, and the clock runs under 10 minutes. And the Buckeyes establishing the same rhythm that they had the last 3 drives. Eat the clock,
move the
ball,
move
keep
the
chains
ball,
rolling.
Score with very little time left. Of course, we say that, and last week we had 5 minutes left, turned into an hour after that. Here's the snap. Dropping back, looking to pass. Plenty of time. And he launches one to Jeremiah Noble. Will they call that a catch or no? I'm not seeing a single.
Yeah,
they call that a catch.
That was
Jeremiah is reeling them in tonight.
Yeah, that was a little bit underthrown.
I didn't know if it hit the turf.
Yeah, I think he got his hands under it, and they have a better look than we do. Excuse me.
Bless you.
First and 10 Buckeyes
2
in
receivers
Paris
to the
territory.
right, 1 to the left. Hand off to Will around the right side. Get upfield, Will. Look at this. Driving forward, 10 yards, still on his feet. Still on his feet. Refused to go down inside the 10-yard line. That is a 30-yard gain.
Yeah, one thing I learned, Jeff, and I think Will gets up kind of a little bit gimpy on that play. But one thing I learned about Will is that he's that fast for a reason because those legs are strong.
Well, you think about it, sometimes fast doesn't equate to power. You know what I'm saying? Like an Earl Campbell or something like that. He's got both. He's got both.
Will maybe weighs 175, 180 pounds, but he runs like he's 230.
He does. He runs like a 210. All right, they're shifting Bell over to the right side.
Who is 210, by the way?
Who's 250. Handoff. Little confusion in the backfield, but they hand it off, and he gets it down inside the 5 to the 4. I think that was that Sims? Yeah, Sims was the ball carrier on that one. Again, we got 3 hard running backs. We were blessed in that position the last several years, and we are once again.
Yeah, the old embarrassment of riches. And Buckeyes now can get a first down with just 2 more yards, but they've got the ball on the 5-yard line of Paris.
I'd really like to have eaten a little more clock. Handoff again to Sims.
Doesn't matter.
And he gets down inside.
Touchdown Buckeyes. That is Alex Sims. And once again, it does not take 2 minutes for the Buckeyes to answer, marching down the field 70 yards, maybe 68 on that drive, depending upon where you think Ector went out of bounds on the kickoff return. But the Buckeyes just show that they have now these Paris Wildcats back on their heels. Fatigue in the fourth quarter playing a role, and offensively that was just dominant.
Well, 8 minutes left. There's still a lot of game. We saw what happened again last week. So anything can happen. It's anybody's ball game. But the Buckeyes are now a 10-point lead with 8:19 left to play in the game. It's 43-33. We will be right back.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams, lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
All right, folks, we are back here in Paris, Texas with 8:19 left to play. Gilmer leads 43-33. The wind blowing pretty good coming out of the east right now. And hadn't been a real big factor, but it is, if you look down here at the flags, it's whipping pretty good down here. The wind has definitely picked up.
Yeah, I don't know how bad it is down on the field, but it's definitely moving. I mean, we do not have a still humid night here. We're a little bit north of Gilmer. I think, Jeff, at kickoff time, it was 108 in Gilmer, and it was 92 here.
Yeah.
It was 15-degree difference. So we are north enough to be able to kind of feel the air moving off the plains as Pate is into kickoff once again.
All right, high pooch kick, going to be fielded on the 26-yard line. And they're coming all the way back across the field, cuts up the middle. And again, they are getting some good returns. We're going to have to really work on this as a kickoff team.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of weak points, but our the kick return teams are getting too much penetration.
Yeah, and that was huge.
As they get out to the 40 that time.
Game, you take the wind out of a team's sails and go down and score a touchdown, and then you give them 40 yards of field position. As that one was fielded about the 25, and again we try to box him in down on the short side of the field, and he comes to the wide side and picks up about 20 yards. They'll start at their own 40. 8:13 remaining to play in this contest. Buckeyes lead 43-33, and boy, if there's ever time for a turnover, right now would be a really good time for that.
Trip receivers to the right, one to the left. Here's the snap. Quarterback rolling to his right. Got good coverage. He's going to go way downfield and overthrow it by about 10 yards.
Yeah, really no shot. And, Jeff, to your point, this is not their cup of tea, right? Playing from behind. We saw the Kilgore quarterback do that last week and just all of a sudden pull, miraculous throw out of miraculous throw, pull the rabbit out of the hat to go down the field twice. And storm down there. But really, Hornberger, as good an athlete as he is, they don't have the same passing game.
I don't understand why they haven't thrown to number 5.
Yeah, well, he's right up there one-on-one with Bird, so hopefully this isn't the time. He got the fade for a touchdown.
Yeah.
You throw it up one-on-one.
I'd throw the ball to him every play.
Yeah.
I really would, and they really haven't. They've been throwing the ball around the yard to several different receivers. I'm not sure that's strategy. And I'm not sure what happened there.
I think that's a delay of game.
Delay of game. That's the second one on Paris tonight. That'll back them up 5 yards.
So 8:05 left, and just a little bit of jitters here that you see Paris now starting to shoot themselves in the foot a little bit. 2nd down and 15. You almost get the feeling that they think they got to get 10 points scored in one play, and that's not going to happen. To your point, Jeff, there's a lot of football here left to play, but if they can't figure out a way to keep the chains moving, they are going to really be in danger.
Buckeyes putting heavy pressure. He finds a gap up the middle. Big run here, number 22. He is still going down the sideline. We miss one, we miss two. Touchdown. And that is a great heads-up play there by the quarterback for Paris to put them right back in the game.
Yeah, and he just puts the team on his shoulders. 60 yards on the run, and Jeff, he did 65 yards. He just drops back, and that's quarterback draw. That's Stump Godfrey in the Cuero game. Just literally just take the ball and do it yourself, and the Buckeyes do not account for him. He's man-to-man with number 5, Douglas, out on the side. So you got to think somebody's got to be responsible for the quarterback, but that opened up like the Red Sea.
I'm going to tell you what, as sure as I'm sitting here, he may run a 10-9 himself, 100-meter. That kid's got some wheels.
Yeah, he was plenty fast on that play for sure.
Kick is up, and it is good. So we're back to a 3-point game again, so it's going to be up to the Buckeyes to capitalize. When they get the ball, they got to get back down there and score again. 7:52 left to play. We got a barn burner in Paris, Texas. It's 43-40. Buckeyes lead.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
All right, we're back here in Paris. 7:52 left to play in the game. 43-40 is the score. Your Buckeyes lead. Paris refusing to go away after a 65-yard scamper by the quarterback. Just a draw play up the middle, found a gap, bounced outside, and all the way to the house he ran. I thought Hector had the angle on him and would get him, but he turned on the juice. And again, that kid probably going to be on their sprint relay team.
Oh yeah, he'll be the anchor leg for sure. And they'll have a fast one as well. We went to every track meet with them, and Paris was right there with us, neck and neck. We just happened to have the tomahawk that would kind of close the door once he got the baton. I think me and you could run on relays with him and still maybe get a state championship.
I think you're going a little far.
I tell you what, that boy can fly now. But big possession here once again as the Buckeye defense gives up a big gash play to 22 Hohenberger, who is the running quarterback, and he runs 65 yards for a touchdown there. As the Buckeye offense will have to answer back here. 3 points is not going to get it done here against the Paris Wildcats. To your point, Jeff, they refuse to go away. Let's make sure that we don't have a big play on special teams here. It seems like Paris is almost offsides every play.
They're going to kick it deep, in fact, through the back of the end zone. And, that bounces in the end zone. So that's going to come out to the 25. And 1st and 10 from the 25 with 7:52 left to play in this game. And let's hope the Buckeyes can get a score here, run a lot of time off the clock, and get out of here with a win.
Yeah, we got to go 75 yards, Jeff, with 7:52 left. I'm all for using about 750 of that.
Yeah, no joke.
I'm not sure if the Buckeyes are capable of going that slow.
Man, I'll tell you what, it's just been, gosh, every game has been such a nail-biter. We have played some great football teams. And I'm going to tell you something. Chapel Hill, awesome, going to win state. 4 deep for Kilgore. These guys are going to do well. This is a good football team we're playing. Webb around the right side, there's just nothing there. We'd be lucky if we got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, more importantly, Jeff, we go out of bounds.
We lost a couple.
Yeah, you lost about 3 yards on that jet sweep to the short side of the field, and really puts pressure on this Buckeye offense to get a positive play here on 2nd down. And we can't see that. Some yard markers about at the 35-yard line is what the Buckeyes need for a 1st down.
All right, here comes the snap. Fakes the handoff, quick pass. Look at this, upfield, 1st down, still on his feet. Jeremiah Noble finally forced out of bounds around the 47-yard line.
That is a great play.
And he has just had a big night tonight.
Yeah, Jeremiah.
Clutch.
We've been saying it since he was a freshman. I mean, the guy is just got it oozing all over him in terms of talent. His hands, we saw the big catch that he made down the stretch there in the third quarter for that scoring drive, and he moves the chains there on a big 22-yard pickup, first down Buckeyes.
All right, one back in the backfield. Motion, Henderson. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Caden bounces out to the left side and kind of slides a little bit on the turf. He picks up 3, but he was trying to cut back and just slid down, lost his momentum. Yeah. 2nd and 7.
I'll take 3 yards out to midfield, run the clock under 7 minutes here before this ball is snapped. Still plenty of time on the play clock.
Well, you have to score. That's well, it goes without saying. You got to score and get it back up to 10 difference. Here's the snap. Caden drops back, dumps a quick one out to number 1 Henderson, and he is just hit instantly and brought down there by number 9, the corner. That was a great heads-up play.
It brings up 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. So Buckeyes, this is critical. 3rd and 8. They got to convert right here.
So Bell will come off the field.
Yeah, they're going to bring in more receivers. Bird checks in. So they are going to go with a 1 backfield and 4 receivers.
Yeah, watch for this scissor route on the wide side of the field and isolating the safety out here.
Yeah, watch at the top of your screen. Number 7, Webb, running a slant. They're coming hard. There's Webb, and it's overthrown right through his hands. Man, they were coming around the corner. He didn't have a millisecond to get rid of that ball.
Yeah, offensive line did not really pick that up because Will Henderson, the back, is on the other side. And Coach Metzel is going to send the punt team out. So, as you said, it is paramount that the Buckeyes score, and they do not score on this possession. This is going to bring up 4th down. Number 5 goes back to receive this punt. Just the news flash, folks, not a good idea to punt it to that guy, as you got Pate, who's a good punter, probably punts it to the wide side of the field over here towards us and tries to get Roller inside the 10 if possible.
We're about to get a delay of game here.
We just did.
And that's a delay of game going to back us up 5 yards. And this is the worst case scenario. We're 43-40 with 6:14. We're about to punt the ball back to them. They're going to eat some clock. If we allow them to score on this next possession, they're going to go up ahead 4.
Which means we got to score a
potentially,
touchdown.
which means you have to go score a touchdown.
Yeah,
and you're going to have just a few minutes on the clock to do it. And the Lightning getting a little closer, it looked like here. So I hope that doesn't become a factor. A good snap. Pate kicks one right to.
What?
I've never seen that happen. I mean, he kicked it, and he was trying to kick a squib kick on the ground, and he literally kicked it right to a lineman who caught it, a line drive. I've never seen that happen.
Unbelievable.
I mean, you talk about a lucky break for Paris, and he just kicked it right in his gut. He caught it and ran back a couple of yards, and they are in great field position.
Yeah, like Jeff at the 25-yard line. That is the stuff that costs you ball games right there. Pick sixes and plays that instead of being inside their 10-yard line and really betting on the defense.
Delay of the game, the Lightning, I think we're going to have a Lightning delay. I was afraid of that. That last one that just hit south of us, they're going to delay the game, and the players are going to have to go in. And the fans are going to have to go to the parking lot, and it is going to be a long night tonight. So, folks, don't go anywhere. It's 43-40 with 6:07 left to play in the game. So we have to delay how many minutes?
At
What's
least
the rule?
25.
25 minutes.
25.
So we're going to come back, hopefully, if it'll stop lightning. I'm going to look at the in fact, let's look at the radar right quick, see what's on top of us. And we'll try to figure out if we're going to be able to get back in. This storm cell that's been around us since the game started has produced a lot of lightning, and it's growing kind of around us. This is a small cell, but the one south of us that's generating the lightning they're concerned about. There's one north and there's one south of us, and it looks like it's moving to the south and east. So I think, possibly if nothing else will pop up, it'll probably just be a 25-minute delay, we hope. So
Joe,
what that means, yes, Joe?
we're turning the lights back on and now do hand puppets.
Yeah, we're going to turn the lights on. Joe will do hand puppets for the next 25 minutes, but we're going to come back, so be sure you go get some popcorn. You don't want to miss the ending of this one. It's 43-40 with 6:07 left in the fourth quarter, and the Buckeyes, they have the ball after this freak, punt situation. They're on the what yard line?
25-yard line.
25-yard line. So it's almost one of those situations where we saw this in Kilgore 10 years ago, where Jeff Traylor let them score to give us enough time to get back down the,
which did not work out well.
It didn't work out well that time, but it was the right move. We were all setting up there to do it.
I think in this case, Gilmer's got all.
No, they're going to try to stop them, but
you've got.
But if they start eating a lot of clock, you got to leave yourself enough time to get down the field.
They only got 25 yards to go.
Yeah.
I mean, but the problem is that is just one of about 1 in 100 times that fluke play. When have you ever seen that?
I've never seen that.
Full-on swib kick. I mean, it looked like a pitcher.
It was a beeline drive.
Yeah, that literally throws the ball to a hitter, and the hitter just barrels it and hits it straight in his glove, and the pitcher looks up and goes, I caught it. I can't believe it.
Well, this lineman, he'll be 85 years old telling that story.
Never touch the ball again.
All right, so set your watches, set your timers, come back in about 20 minutes. Hopefully we'll be resuming this game. Until then, we'll be hearing a few good words from our sponsors. We'll be back shortly.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, folks, for any of you that might still be listening, we just heard from Rick Albritton that they have officially called the football game, and Gilmer has been declared the victor. So Gilmer's going to walk away from this one with a win.
It's a good thing we didn't have that.
And so we're glad to leave Paris tonight with a win. Everybody travel home safe, and go Buckeyes. We'll see you next week at home against Lindale. Thanks for listening.